7, the shortstop, number 4, Cade Wilson. Batting 8th, the DH, number 14.
Welcome into Upperman High School, where we are set for a District 7 AAA baseball matchup between the visiting Stone Memorial Panthers and the Upperman Bees. A very brief Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show. The Bees looking to sweep the Panthers. They were victorious a day ago, 6-2 in Crossville. Stone Memorial trying to even up the series here in this District Series opener for both these teams. And we come back while the Swallows Insurance starting lineups and all the action as the Bees take on the Panthers. Coverage of tonight's game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Moments away from first pitch in Baxter. It's a District 7 AAA matchup between the Upperman Bees and the Stone Memorial Panthers. I'm Noah McKay on the call, live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Joined in the press box by Jacob Vinson. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Nick's Restaurant. The Stone Memorial Panthers will bat 1 through 9 in this game as we get into the Swallows Insurance starting lineups. Batting leadoff is number 1, the pitcher, Talon Hurd. Batting second, the catcher, Nick Osmond. Batting third, the first baseman, Bryce Elmore. Batting fourth is the right fielder, Cameron Melton. Batting fifth is the center fielder, Titus Bisbee. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Gage Eldridge. And batting seventh is the shortstop, Cade Wilson. Batting eighth, the designated hitter is Cole Hinch. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Kyle Hinch. Against them on the mound is the big lefty going to ETSU to play at the next level, Wyatt Curtis. And Jacob, for Wyatt Curtis, they're in need of a bounce-back performance. He was 0-1, got his first start of the season against one of the best teams maybe in the country down there in Georgia over the weekend and got shelled. 2 innings pitched, and it did not go well for Wyatt Curtis there. Pitched an okay inning against Smyrna, but this is one of the key cogs of the rotation, and Upperman looking for a good outing out of their lefty today.
Well, the good thing for him, he's gone 3 innings, and he does have 5 strikeouts in those 3 innings. That's a good number. Every number outside of that has been a bit of a struggle so far. Like you said, in that 1 inning against Smyrna, pretty solid. He walked a few batters, but he was able to get out of it without any runs coming across. And then against a really good team in Blessed Trinity down in Georgia, gave up 4 hits, 8 earned runs, and 2 innings pitched. He did have 4 strikeouts, but he also had 4 walks. So the walks have been a bit of an issue so far this season. 7 walks in his 2 appearances in just 3 innings. But this is also the first time that the Bees have played here in Baxter this year, so maybe being back here on their home turf will help a little bit.
And it's an unfair comparison for Wyatt Curtis to simply look at the numbers. That Blessed Trinity squad, one of the best in the country, would win a state championship walking away in the 3A classification this year.
Probably
this is the first, absolutely. This is the first really true barometer game for Wyatt Curtis, and in the field around him, Upperman comes out like this. Behind the dish, catching the balls and strikes is rookie Allison. Over at first base is Alec Wilson. Over at second base, is Juju Yano. At shortstop, it is Caden Shanks. Over at third base, Carson Shoup. Out in left field, Evan Huddleston. The center fielder is Justin Fallon. And out in right field is Chris Worsing. And this is the best defensive lineup right now that Coach Westshanks has in his bag, especially with no Bobby Ray Kilpatrick still out with an injury. This is one of the things they like. When Wyatt Curtis goes to the bump, everybody else goes into their natural position.
Well, even Carson Shoup yesterday was really good at third base and swinging the bat as well, so he's kind of taken his opportunities when they've been given to him early on this season. But yeah, I mean, you look at outside of that, everywhere in the outfield, everywhere in the infield, and then behind the plate, all really solid defenders. There are no weaknesses in this defense for the Upperman Bees, and even Wyatt Curtis has a pretty good glove himself on the mound if they need it. So this Bees team, they're looking to get things going defensively. Was maybe a slower game offensively for them yesterday, but they still pieced together 6 runs, were able to win by 4. Obviously, it was frigidly cold yesterday as well, and that could have had a little bit to do with it.
Tough game to hit in. It was Caden Shanks dealing on the mound with 10 punch-outs.
Really good.
And if you remember last year, that was a similar script. Upperman in the first game of the district slate, it'd be fairly tight. And in the second game, quite frankly, most of the time it was a run rule. Stone Memorial trying to avoid that today. A good first inning for him to go a long way towards it is Talon Hurd. He's starting on the mound, going to help his own cause as he steps in for the first AB of the ball game.
He's been really good this season. He started the game off yesterday with a leadoff double, was able to come around to score, and we'll see what he can do here with this big Bees outfield.
First one in for Wyatt Curtis to open up the game is a fastball, swung on and missed for strike 1. And Wyatt Curtis right now, he's at 86 on the gun. He can jump up into the 90s. You'll see that velo start to top out later on into the season as these arms fully get loose. Still a chilly night. We're in the 40s here in Baxter. First game of the year at home as the 0-1 is fouled off, and quickly Wyatt Curtis goes ahead 0-2. We've got the new scoreboard out in left field. It looks very nice here, and our friends at Turf Masters Landscape Management have gotten this field together in great shape here for opening day at home for the Bees. Hurd is going to await as Wyatt Curtis looks in. Rookie Allison gives the call. Here comes the 0-2 home. There's that breaking ball called. Strike 3, and that's a quick 3-pitch punch out for Wyatt Curtis. And a good start for the Bees on their home field.
Well, that's what makes it tough as well. He's going with the fastball at about 86, topping out there, and then 70 on that breaking ball coming out on the back door as well. Really tough to kind of guess that one. Obviously, 0-2, you might be looking a little off speed, but good start for Curtis, who, again, we talked about it. First 3 innings of the year, a little bit of a struggle. Great first batter here for him.
And that's what ETSU fell in love with, as Nick Osmond, who pitched a really good outing yesterday on the mound, steps in. First pitch went back to the well, but it is a called strike. 0-1. There from Wyatt Curtis. So 4 pitches, 4 strikes so far for the senior. Toes the rubber quickly, delivers home another one. That one misses inside for a ball 1-1.
Yeah, and he's trying to go on those outside corners right now, trying not to place anything over the plate, but doing a really good job hitting those spots. And you mentioned Osmond, really good on the mound with the strikeout numbers. Had a few walks in there, though.
1-1, that one misses away. 2 balls, 1 strike. No Drake Scarborough in the lineup tonight. The normal cleanup hitter for Stone, a late scratch. Not sure why, but he's not there, so that changes up the order pretty significantly for Stone as they'd have to shift around. But Osmond watches that one. Misses for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Nick Osmond with a hitter's count. Wyatt Curtis trying to avoid that walk. It's been a walk problem so far in his limited outing so far. The Stone dugout chirping as the 3-1 comes home. That one swung on by Osmond and fouled up and over the light pole. We run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you mentioned Scarborough. He's a cleanup batter last night. He had the big hit in the first inning, the single that plated the 2 runs to give him a 2-0 lead. So that'll be a big loss for him, kind of their production yesterday.
Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch home from Curtis. That one a fastball that misses up and in. Ball 4. Nick Osmond works the walk. and he will work over to first base. Bryce Elmore is going to stride in, the first baseman, looking to do some damage. You mentioned the size of the park. We always talk about it here. The biggest park in the district, one of the biggest in the classification. 325 to the foul poles, 375 out to dead center, 345 into the gaps here in Baxter. To get one out of here, you got to really connect, especially on a day as cold as it is today, albeit the wind, much less of a problem than it was a day ago. First pitch in as Elmore shows bunt. We know this Stone team, they're never afraid to play a little small ball and try to strike first.
They did that a lot yesterday, especially later on in the lineup, and that's been kind of plaguing them. And later on in the lineup are strikeouts, so he's trying to get those guys to manufacture a few runs, especially when you've got some speed like Osmond.
1-0. Elmore again shows bunt. This time pulls away as Curtis delivers home a fastball that misses low and in. 2-1, or 2-0 rather, I should say. 11 pitches so far for Wyatt Curtis here. After a strikeout, now the command is starting to fade just a little bit. He'll look to rally it back. Curtis checks over to first a couple of times. Osmond's not a big steal threat as there's a nice pitch thrown across. Swung on and missed. 2-1. He's got some speed. We've seen it on the football field, but he's not looking to steal a lot of bags.
He's got 6 for 6 so far in stolen bases. Now that is also including their scrimmage at the start of the year.
And they have, that is a great pitch. A fastball catches the inside corner from Curtis, and it's quickly 2-2. Oakdale faced them a couple of times, split that series, and when Osmond has been pitching, that's when they've been at their best. When he hasn't been, they've struggled a little bit more in this 2-4 start. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 2 punch-outs for Wyatt Curtis. And one thing we're seeing with these Upperman pitchers early in the year, they can really strike you out. We saw Juju Yano come in and strike out several. Caden Shanks already has 18 on the season. Justin Fallon with 11. Part of that is how hard they throw, but they can mix it up. Well,
Shanks, albeit he hit 4 batters yesterday, he also had the 11 strikeouts. And then, you mentioned Yano as well. Came in for the last 2 innings, struck out 5 of the 6 batters, and got a pop out on the last batter of the ball game. I mean, they just attacked the zone, and they're really good at hitting the spots that they're trying to hit.
First one into Cameron Melton misses away for a ball, 1-0. Osmond takes his lead at first. Another thing to talk about with the stolen bases is this one's fouled over into the Stone dugout. 1-1 is rookie Allison behind the dish. He's got a laser on his right arm. He throws out runners routinely.
Well, they didn't try a stolen base yesterday other than the double steal early on, and that was kind of on an off-speed pitch that dropped in the dirt anyways, so he didn't really have a chance at throwing anybody out in that instance.
Smyrna and Rockville each attempted 1 stolen base, and they were thrown out both times. Osmond moves out. That pitch was close, didn't get the call, and it's going to be 2-1 here. Osmond that time trying to bait a throw, perhaps retreated to the bag. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Melton at the dish. He's bumped up to the cleanup spot with no Scarborough there. That pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. It's 2-2.
Got us.
Yeah, hit the top of the press box here and trickled down.
The warm press box, I might add.
You can't complain about the cold like it was last night. It got you pretty good.
They treat us too well here in Baxter.
2-2. Runner takes off, pitch in. This one swung on and hit out into left field. Long way to go for Huddleston. That's going to get down for a base hit. Osmond around second, heads to third. And that's going to be a 2-out single for Cameron Melton as he kind of golfs it out there in the left field. And here's Titus Bisbee trotting in with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Stone trying to do what they did yesterday, strike first.
Yeah, it was a really good piece of hitting there. He got to the 2-strike count. It was a couple times that Curtis had been behind in the count, able to work his way back, but a really nice job by him to put it out there and just poke it out there to where Huddleston, who's got a lot of speed, couldn't quite get there in time, and now you got to run 90 feet away. They struck first yesterday, going to strike first again here today.
We wondered how long it would take Evan Huddleston. Chris Worsing out there in left field. My apologies. Evan Huddleston is in right. They flipped it around on me as the first pitch in. That one bounces in. The lineup's been changing a lot for Wes Shanks. Appreciate the fine gentleman in the press box. That's Worsing in left, Huddleston in right.
Still a lot of speed.
Either way. Huddleston with a little bit more out there in right. Sorry, Chris. Here comes the 1-0 pitch home. This one swung on and fouled back and out of play by Titus Bisbee. He's the center fielder here for Stone Memorial, and it's a 1-1 count. Already 21 pitches for Wyatt Curtis. 1 hit surrendered, 1 walk, runners at the corners. He's got a couple of punch-outs to go along with it.
But still a pretty good job of especially the 7 walks through the 3 innings coming into this one. He's only surrendered the 1.
The 1-1, that's a good pitch. Runner takes off. There will be no throw down. It was a very slow stolen base for Cameron Melton as he took a leisurely stroll.
That's been about the only ones that Ricky Allison does give up.
And here's a strike 1-2. Here comes the pitch home. Curtis looking to finish it off, and he does so. Swung on, foul tipped into the mitt. Strike 3. The third punch out of the inning for Wyatt Curtis strands 2 runners in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom half. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left on, and we are scoreless. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville. Delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless between Stone Memorial and Upperman. Talon Hurd going to the mound here for the Panthers, and he will face an Upperman lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this, and it is different once again here for Coach Wes Shanks. Leading things off is Juju Yano, the second baseman. Batting second is the center fielder, Justin Fallon. Batting third, the shortstop, Caden Shanks. Batting fourth is the freshman left fielder, Chris Worsing. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Alec Wilson. Batting sixth is the catcher, rookie Allison. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Carson Shoup. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Carson Holroyd. Batting ninth, the right fielder, Evan Huddleston. Wyatt Curtis is not batting, as Holroyd will take the bat for him. Talon Hurd on the other end. He's the number 2 in the rotation for this Stone Memorial Panthers team, and he's going to have to mix up the stuff against an Upperman offense. They haven't hit for a ton of power yet. They're really looking to get it rolling, hence the continuing shifting of this lineup.
Well, we've seen that for kind of the last couple of seasons when they've gotten off to a little bit slower of starts. And don't forget, you can watch this game on YouTube. You can watch it on Facebook as well. Search us on Upper Cumberland Reporter on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching on there. If you're on Facebook, hit share and like as well. But for this Bees team, we've seen it with a few of the players, especially at the top of the lineup. We know they're really, really good hitters. It may just take them a week or two to kind of get into the swing of things, and we saw that with Justin Fallon last night, going 2 for 4 in the game against Stone Memorial, and sometimes it might just take taking on these district opponents to kind of get going a little bit.
Well, and they're really looking for Caden Shanks to get it rolling. Him and rookie Allison both batting under 200. These are 2 elite hitters, and once they get it rolling, you can look out as this lineup will become very, very balanced. Right now, Shanks is batting 143 on the season, but only 14 ABs, and that's also got to remember, they could have gone and probably beat up on a couple of teams this past weekend. They could have done it again later on this week. Instead, they're going to Friendship Christian to take on the Commanders and Stewart's Creek on Thursday and Friday. Coach Wes Shanks, and I think they know this is an overwhelming favorite in 7 AAA. They had to go schedule difficult out of the district for a team that has bona fide state championship aspirations.
Well, Macon County goes out of the district. They go to District 9 now in 3A, and Livingston Academy is really your only other. Obviously, we saw Stone last night, gave a pretty good go, but you mentioned it. In that first matchup, it's going to be a little bit closer. Stone gave everything they could and lost 6-2. Livingston Academy is going to have Carson Parrott, so they'll be able to throw up a fighting chance. They beat Cumberland County last night in 5 innings, 11-1 with Parrott on the mound. He pitched really well, so that'll kind of be their main competition as it was a year ago. And, well, they 10-runned them in that first game a year ago as well.
Talon Hurd's first pitch into Juju Yano. That one taken for a called strike outside, 78 on the gun. It's going to be in that upper 70s, maybe kissing low 80s with the fastball for Hurd. It's all about the location today, as he'll try to pinpoint it through in a wide strike zone. Here comes the 0-1 home to Juju Yano. That one misses away. 1-1. Yano on the season as he's moved up into this leadoff spot. He started in that second hole. That was new. He'd kind of been sitting in that 6th spot the first couple of years here. The junior now, he's batting .333 on the campaign with 4 hits. He scored 5 runs as that pitch is taken for a ball, 2-1.
Well, you mentioned Caden Shanks only batting 143, but he has scored 5 runs. He's drawn 3 walks, so he's still producing in terms of runs. The 5 runs, the most on the team so far.
That went into Yano. Good pitch, 2-2. 2-2 here to number 2. Juju Yano stands in. Behind him in the lineup is Justin Fallon. He's bouncing around a little bit through the lineup. The 2-2 to Yano. That one swung on and missed. A good one thrown by Talon Hurd. 80 miles per hour with the fastball, and that's a great start for Hurd for a punch-out.
Yeah, he was kind of starting to become that number 2 last year as a freshman, but it was just a freshman. Now he's into his sophomore season, and it's been a good battery with Nick Osmond behind the plate because Hurd was there behind the plate as well last night, so they've kind of gotten to know each other really well, being the senior and the sophomore.
Justin Fallon stands in. The ever-dangerous junior puts a swing on that one, fouls it back. Fallon so far batting .250 on the campaign. He's had a couple of nice games in a row here, though. That second game down there in Georgia yesterday against Stone as he battles back. All of a sudden, Justin Fallon, he may start a little slow, and then he'll be on a 55-game hitting streak out of nowhere as that fastball misses upstairs for a ball, 1-1.
That'd be pretty impressive at the high school
Yeah,
level.
it really would, since they only play about 35 games. But you got the point.
2 straight seasons. I can see it.
Here comes the 1-1. If anybody was going to do it, he swings at this one, sends it over, shortstop there, fields it cleanly, loads up the throw to first, beats the speedy Fallon. A good dig over there at that first base bag by Bryce Elmore, and the throw by Cade Wilson. 2 up, 2 down here for Talon Hurd, and this has been a common theme so far for Upperman through 4 games, or 5 games rather. 1, 2, 3, first time through. Haven't had great starts. Second time through, though, that's where they've started to turn it on. We'll see if that changes for Caden Shanks.
Yeah, I get to see the pitcher at least once, and then you're able to time him up a little bit better the second time around, and maybe a little less aggressive the second time around as well.
First pitch swung on and missed. A good one there from Talon Hurd. He's got some good stuff early on as it's 0-1. And that's going to be the key for Coach tonight as he goes through the pitchers. Coach Stokes over there in the dugout. That pitch misses low. 1-1 is how long does he leave Hurd out there? Doesn't have a ton to go to behind him against this Upperman lineup, so it's a delicate balance, but Hurd right now making it easy. Here comes the 1-1 home. That one across low, 2-1.
Yeah, and you saw Osmond, he got through 5 innings yesterday, but it was through a lot of pitches, so that's when he had to pull him out as well. He was starting to give up a few walks in there as well. The control wasn't quite there.
2-1, that one finds the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here to Caden Shanks. As Talon Hurd trying to put up a goose egg on the scoreboard. Quickly back to work with the 2-2. Shanks sends this one into foul territory, and we'll do it again.
I was saying it last night. Obviously, a lot warmer here in Baxter, not up on top of the mountain as it was last night, but it had to be tough for those pitchers to grip it last night. And Shanks and Osmond still had 10 and 11 strikeouts.
Yeah, one of the only times you may prefer wooden bats, a game like yesterday, is that one breaking ball that gets away from Hurd and hits Caden Shanks up on the upper arm bicep area, and he's going to take first base on the hit by pitch, and it'll bring up Chris Worsing. The left fielder, the freshman, will stride in for his first AB. He gets the cleanup spot, and they're really high on this kid. He's batting .375 already on the campaign, has 6 hits, has a double, has a couple of RBIs. He's worked a walk as well, and now he stands in with a very fast base runner over there in the form of Caden Shanks.
Well, just the young season, obviously just 5 games into it, but he's been one of their more consistent hitters, been able to get it on base in almost every single one of their games.
Shanks still has not attempted a stolen base, as this one is 1-0. He can take off at any time. Nick Osmond, very good catcher behind the plate. He's got a nice arm on him, but we'll see how aggressive Upperman is on the base paths here. And now a throw over. Shanks is back in time.
We saw that a lot last night from Osmond trying to throw over, and he was getting pretty close on some of them, and then Shanks was doing the same thing. They got Fallon in a rundown, able to get him out.
1-0. Shanks fakes like he's going, and that's a great grab over in the hot corner. Throw over to first is in time. Nicely done by Gage Eldridge as that one was rocketed over towards him. He fielded on a hop, and that will leave a runner stranded on the base paths. We'll head to the second, still scoreless. This is high school baseball, presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Welcome back. 6-7-8 due up for the Stone Memorial Panthers. We're scoreless after one. Wyatt Curtis going back to work for the Bees. A good first for Talon Hurd on the mound for Stone Memorial. Did hit Caden Shanks, but other than that, no hits. And you left Shanks out there at first base after a nice play by Eldridge at third, and we'll head to the second here as Stone will try to take their first lead.
I think I've said it a few times in broadcasts in the past. I would always love to see when you make a really nice play to end the last half inning, how many times you're due up in the next. Now we get Gage Eldridge to lead off this inning and just made one heck of a play across the diamond to get the Speedy Worsing. And it was a really good job. And again, and that was probably one of those late scratches with Scarborough coming out. We saw Elmore, who was at third base last night. He's now at first base. And then you've also got Gage Eldridge, who was the DH last night. He is now at third base. So they've been kind of having to move things around with the absence of Scarborough tonight.
As a former corner infielder myself, that's when you stick the glove out and really hope that it just finds the center of the mitt and doesn't go pop it out. It was a nice play, and then to be able to make a good throw over to get the runner was nicely done by Eldridge as he strides in here. Third baseman tonight, looking at Curtis, the big lefty who's going to ETSU. First pitch of the inning from Wyatt Curtis. That one swung on and missed. And for Curtis, this is about tallying up innings now, about stacking up some zeros on the stat sheet. Those numbers are going to come back down to earth as he gets into district play. This is going to be a key number 2 in this rotation as he does the double leg kick that time, and it's flared out into right field. A long way for Huddleston to go. It's down for a base hit, and it'll be extra bases for Gage Eldridge. He rounds first, heading to second. Well, he will arrive with ease. It's a stand-up double and a big flex over there in the bag for Gage Eldridge.
I'll tell you what, he put the bat on a couple of balls last night, was never able to get a hold of anything. That time he's finally able to get a hold of it and sent it the other way and just taking it where the pitch was. Good piece of hitting there by Eldridge and a way to lead things off because the second half of this lineup for Stone this year has really been a struggle in producing hits, in producing runs, trying to change that here.
Now Cade Wilson will stand in the shortstop. That's another example of how massive this ballpark is. Huddleston had to go a long way. Corner infielders playing in, protecting a bunt as the first pitch misses for a ball here from Curtis. Wilson's got that small strike zone in there. He bends down to make it even smaller.
Cade, the brother of Wade Wilson, a senior a year ago at the shortstop spot.
Check back over from Curtis towards the runner at second. Pitch comes in. That's a good one from Wyatt Curtis across for a strike. So Stone trying to strike first here on the road against Upperman. It's a runner at second with nobody out. And how about a couple of nice back-to-back plays for Gage Eldridge? Now showing bunt. He's trying to get it down, and he does so. That's a good bunt. Allison goes up to get it, loads up. The throw to first is in time as the runner does advance over to third. So Wilson does his job on the sacrifice bunt. Eldridge moves over to third, and Cole Hinch, the 8-hole hitter, will stride in. This is the critical moment for Stone because you mentioned the bottom half of the order has not produced very much so far this year, and they're trying to get a run across here.
Yeah, they've had a lot of strikeouts for the early part of this season. But again, we've talked about it. The bats come a little bit later than the arms do on the mound, so they're starting to warm up as well.
First pitch across, misses inside for a ball. 1-0 to Cole Hinch. He's the designated hitter, infield playing in everywhere for the Bees as they're trying to protect home plate. Wyatt Curtis, under the full windup, delivers home. That pitch, late swing as it's fouled off. And Eldridge is being able to get a big jump over there at third, so can counteract that infield playing in a little bit.
Yeah, Shoot playing in on the grass, trying to keep everything going home with it and not give up that run.
Here comes the 1-1. This one swung on into left field. Worsing gives chase. He's not going to get there. It'll be an RBI single for Cole Hinch into the 8-hole. And for the second straight day, Stone has an early lead. It's 1-0.
Yeah, really good job by Stone Memorial, and mentioned it. They've had a lot of strikeouts the first part of the season. Now they're starting to produce a little bit. Really good job by Gage Eldridge. And how about that small ball as well? Gage Eldridge gets aboard. The small ball moves him over, and then he's able to bring it home.
So now the 9-hole hitter, Kyle Hinch, will stand in. Top of the order looming here for Stone as they want to turn it into a big inning. This pitch swung on, sent way up into the air. It's going into foul territory, but Huddleston gives chase, and I'm not sure if he ever saw it as it drops in.
I think he just lost it.
The sun is setting down there behind us here. If he's quick enough, he probably could have gotten there, but I don't think he saw it.
Yeah, he kind of started to pull up, and then it kind of dropped in front of him, and I'm guessing, where the way the sun is setting, that one probably wasn't too easy to find.
So 0-1 here to Kyle Hinch. It's 1-0 Stone with a lead for the second straight day. It was 2-0 yesterday. Upperman scored the next 6 to win it 6-2. As that one bounces in, Allison able to get enough of it to prevent it from going into the deep backstop here in Baxter. 1-1.
Yeah, of course, the backstop in Crossville, it's further back, but it's just straight bricks. So every time it hits it, it bounces off hard. Same thing here, but it's a lot deeper. Doesn't quite bounce back as far.
1-1 coming. Curtis delivers home. That one misses. 2-1. So runner at first is Cole Hinch. He had the RBI single. That scored Gage Eldridge. Wyatt Curtis trying to battle back into it here in the second. The 2-1. That one swung on. Missed. 2-2.
Yeah, and Curtis was really pounding the zone that first inning that he was able to come out. Now gotten a little bit away from it, so a strikeout here would go a long way for him, getting his confidence back up there in the second.
2-2 pitch coming home. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Wyatt Curtis with his 4th punch out so far here through 1 2/3 innings. The lineup flips over for Talon Hurd. He struck out looking to start the game. He's in here with a runner at first and 2 outs.
That was a really good pitch. Started it on the inside of the corner and then kind of broke to the back foot of the batter and was able to get him to swing at it anyways.
Curtis out of the stretch. Not sure who Upperman plans to go to after Wyatt Curtis. You certainly could see as this pitch is swung on and sent out into the left field. Long way for Worsing to go, and it's going to get down. Talon Hurd with a base hit. Stop sign up. Runner now retreats as rounding second was Cole Hinch, and now he retreats back. So a nice single for Talon Hurd. And Stone Memorial right now, they're getting the bat on the baseball. And it'll bring up Nick Osmond. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. As mentioned in the pitchers, certainly could see an Alec Wilson coming in after Wyatt Curtis. We saw Juju Yano yesterday. Justin Fallon out there in center field. He's always a candidate. Chris Worsing in left field could come in. As the first pitch into Osmond, he takes a 6-iron at that one, and just like me, he whiffs on it. It's 0-1.
Well, he's good on the gridiron. He's good here on the baseball diamond. I'm going to guess he's got an okay golf swing.
Yeah, going to go to Cumberland to play at the next level, both baseball and football. This one swung on and missed by Osmond. He's behind in the count 0-2. He walked in his first plate appearance. Stone with a 1-0 lead, threatening to make it more. Here comes the 0-2. That breaking ball just foul-tipped by Osmond. He stays alive.
Yeah, he barely kept the bat back on that one. 74 miles an hour, and he was a little bit out in front, able to get the barrel just a piece of it.
And you go from mid to upper 80s to low 70s with movement. That's tough. Here comes the 0-2 to Osmond. Curtis kicks and deals. This one swung on, flared out into center field. Fallon not going to be able to get there. Lets it one hop. Runner going to be held up at third. Now the throw behind him, and that one gets back into the fence, and a run will come across to score on the throwing error by Upperman. And now it's 2-0 Stone. That was going to be bases loaded with 2 outs, and instead the throw comes into the wrong place, and the first error of the game allows Stone to go up 2-0.
Yeah, I think he was expecting Shoop to be over there at third base covering the bag. He was trying to throw it kind of behind the runner just to catch him off guard. The runner was already going to be at third base, but goes to third base. Nobody's there, and Curtis wasn't able to get to back it up in time either.
So score that one a single. And then advancing on the errors, Cole Hinch came around to score. And now it's runners at second and third, and Bryce Elmore could turn it into a big number up on the scoreboard. That pitch swung on and missed. A fastball fired in there from Curtis.
Well, the Stone Memorial team, you know they're going to be aggressive. You know they need to take their chances when they have them.
That pitch swung on and flared out into foul territory. It'll be 0-2.
And for Talon Hurd, you probably feel pretty good as a sophomore, getting out there back on the mound. You got a 2-run lead. They had the 2-run lead last night, led by 2 for 3 innings.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch home from Wyatt Curtis. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Bounce back from Curtis, but not before the damage is done for Stone. They bring a couple of runs across, capitalizing on several base hits and an Upperman error. We'll head to the bottom half. It's Stone 2, Upperman 0. This is high school baseball presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech,
Faith, family, Steel Tech. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to Baxter. Stone Memorial has struck again. They lead 2-0 over Upperman for the second straight day as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Alec Wilson, rookie Allison Carson Shoup due up in this half of the Bees. Talon Hurd back to work. He's got some run support to play with, but Stone trying not to repeat history as they surrendered that 2-0 lead, and it ended up being a 6-2 final yesterday. Right now, Hurd, after that first inning, got to be playing with some confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been throwing the ball a little bit wild here on the warm-ups, but he's been pitching well through the first couple of innings, building that confidence. But you've said it as well, this Upperman team seems like in the first couple of innings it may take them a little bit. They'll get a hit here or there, and then the second time through the lineup is when they really start to turn it on. When they're able to see that pitcher one time, they're able to time him up, see what pitches he has. And especially for Hurd, he was just a freshman last year. They saw him once. Now in his sophomore season, they're still a little bit new to him early on in the season, so trying to time him up and see what kind of pitches he has.
It was 4 hits for the Panthers in the top half. 1 error defensively. 2 runs came across, but 2 runs were left stranded out there after the punch out by Wyatt Curtis, who's up to 5 already on the game. Talon Hurd, he struck out Yano to open up the game, then forced a ground out, hit a batter, and then grounded out to end the game. Or in the inning, I should say. Alec Wilson steps in for his first AB at home, and it's a called strike 0-1.
He's had a great start to the season and kind of picking up where he left off last year before his injury, and great to see for him, who's back out there and back on the diamond.
He leads the team in batting average at a .385 clip early in the year. 5 hits. He has a double, 4 RBIs. That's also tied for the team lead. As the first or second pitch rather misses away, it's 1-1. He's also worked 3 walks. So, yeah, doing a little bit of everything. Only struck out 3 times so far.
That's pretty much what he was doing last year as well. Always coming up with the big hits.
The 1-1, and he barrels up that one. It's right into left field, laying out for it. Did he make the catch? He did. What a catch out there in left field. Diving for it was Lefevre, and that one put it on Sports Center for the first out.
It's a really good catch. He kind of got there before the ball, ended up dropping, just kind of fell down, able to make the grab. If it gets past, it's extra bases and then some for Alec Wilson. Still a good swing of the bat, just a better play on the outfield.
Would have liked to see the exit velocity on that one. He barreled it up in the left field, and good play out there in left to dive out a Webb Jim, and now rookie Allison, first pitch swinging here. He sends this one way up into the air. Center fielder trying to find it in the sunset, and he does, and it's a quick second out of the inning. No problem there in center for Titus Bisbee.
Well, they're being aggressive, that's for sure. They're not really working too many counts. We'll see if that changes going into the second time through this lineup.
And Talon Hurd, he doesn't have very many strikeouts on the season, but he doesn't have a ton of walks either. He really works through the zone. He's throwing strikes in the kind of 80 mile per hour over and over and over again, and you're trying to turn on it, but it can be a lot easier said than done as Shoup fouls this one back into the mesh netting. He's batting .200 on the campaign through 10 ABs.
And that's kind of the big thing with him. He's right at 79-80, so he's not putting too much velocity in it. You can't put as much on the swing.
Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball. Shoup sends this one over. Third baseman Eldridge has it cleanly. Takes a couple of steps. The throw takes the first baseman Elmore off the bag, and that will allow the runner to reach. So rule that one an E5, and reaching first is Carson Shoup. And maybe wasn't a clean transfer that time through the glove, so Upperman will look to capitalize just like Stone did on an error. It'll bring up the designated hitter. Here comes Carson Holroyd.
Well, that's what they did yesterday. There weren't too many earned runs yesterday. Only 1 earned run of the 6 yesterday. 5 unearned runs, and we'll see if they're able to do it again tonight.
So Holroyd hasn't had a ton of ABs so far this year. He stands in here for number 6 of the campaign. Has 1 hit. He scored a run. Shoup takes a small lead. First pitch into Holroyd misses inside for a ball. It'll be 1-0.
And like Osmond there, he didn't quite hop up right away, trying to bait him into it.
Yeah, not a ton of speed over there on the first base bag right now for Upperman. Here comes the 1-0 home. That's a fastball that misses away. 2-0.
Well, now Hurd a little bit sped up. He's missed inside, he's missed outside, and if you're Holroyd, you kind of have to take advantage of that.
And now, umpire sees something over down the third base line, a point back. Not
down
sure
in
what
their
it is.
bullpen, beyond the fence.
Maybe. 2-0. 24 pitches right now for Talon Hurd, so that's no problem. He's got 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The 2 out of Holroyd, that one dusts him off the plate, and it's 3-0. Evan Huddleston, he can hit, sitting in that 9-hole, and then the lineup would turn over. So Talon Hurd knows he's got to be careful here. Wants to quell this immediately.
And one of the few times, I think maybe the first time he's gotten to 3-0.
He steps off the rubber here for a moment. It is the first 3-0 count. Caden Shanks was hit by a pitch. The only base runner before that error allowed Carson Shoup to reach. Here comes the 3-0 to Holroyd. Stop signs on. It doesn't matter. Misses. Ball 4. Holroyd works a 4-pitch walk. Runners at first and second for Evan Huddleston, who's, again, looking to get it rolling, looking to find that bat. He's just back in, of course, from the starter on the Upperman basketball team that made the state semifinals, so he's only been here for now his second game, and he will settle in here in that right-handed batter's box.
Yeah, just a couple of ABs yesterday and came in late in the game. Wasn't really able to find his stride. We'll see if he's able to do it in a start tonight.
Well, right now, Hurd, as we mentioned, he was peppering the strike zone early. Now he's missing. 5 straight balls thrown as Huddleston takes that one inside.
Yeah, he's a guy that really works through the strike zone, so a nice job by the Bees being patient now as well, as he's not been able to find it.
Here comes the 1-0. He was taken the whole way. It's a called strike, 1-1.
There was big zone yesterday.
It's going to be
Looks like it's going to be a big zone today.
A ginormous, gigantic elephant-sized zone today. Here comes the 1-1. He swings at this one, especially these right-handed batters. But if it's going in that right box, just swing. 1-2. Runners at first and second. And now Hurd battled back. After 5 straight balls, he's thrown a couple of strikes in a row. Looking for a big punch out here to strand the runners. The 1-2 breaking ball. Huddleston rips that one into center field. Decision time for Shoup over at third. The stop sign is on, and he ran right through it. Here comes the throw in from center, and Shoup will score. But now the runner from second is going to get thrown out. Mistake over there on the base paths for the Bees. Shoup's run does count. So rule that one an RBI for Evan Huddleston on the single. But then a runner trying to stretch it to third, gets tagged out. That'll bring us to the third inning. It's 2-1 Stone. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant, the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
We head to the top of the third inning. Wyatt Curtis back to work here for the Bees as the score is now 2-1 in favor of the Stone Memorial Panthers. 4-5-6 due up for Stone. Cameron Melton had a single and stole a base, but was ultimately left stranded back in the first inning. He stands in here for his second AB. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jacob Vincent. We're presented tonight by Nick's Restaurant. More to come about them later on as this first pitch is swung on and chopped up into the air. Alec Wilson ranges under it and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. And for Wyatt Curtis, now sitting at 45 pitches, he could use some more of that as he wants to turn this into a longer outing.
I was just going to say, I think that's kind of what he was looking for right there. He kind of struggled in that last half inning a little bit, giving up a couple of runs. Now he's able to get that 1 pitch, the 1 out, and now you already got 1 out and trying to get back into it a little bit more.
Titus Bisbee stands in for his second crack. He struck out swinging in his first appearance. There's a fastball that bounces in, 1-0. And now the umpire is warning the Stone Memorial dugout. And he says enough, and they got warned several times yesterday as well. They're They're chirping a little bit down there in that Panthers dugout.
I don't know. It could be a point of emphasis for the umpires as well, because a lot of it was on the celebrations yesterday.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Curtis sends that one across, and it'll be a called strike, 1-1. Gotta love the delayed call. Here comes the 1-1 home. That one waved at and missed, and Wyatt Curtis back in it at 1-2. That dugout chirping again. Here comes the 1-2 home. That one swung on and just tipped off the edge of the bat. Bisbee stays alive here, and we'll do it again. Every time Curtis starts
passionate dugout.
Every time Curtis starts to wind up, you hear, yeah.
Got to get into the head somehow.
Here comes the 1-2 home from Curtis. That one, nice breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Wyatt Curtis with 6 punch-outs so far. Gage Eldridge, he opened up the second with a rip double into right field. And now he'll step in here after scoring a run for his second AB.
Well, I mentioned how the good number for Wyatt has been those strikeouts coming into this game. The 5 strikeouts in the 3 innings. He's already got 6 here tonight, not even through 3 innings. So he's continued that, and he's gotten rid of that walk count. Been much more around the zone and commanding the strike zone.
First pitch misses inside. 1-0 here to Eldridge. Here with 2 outs, we're in the top of the 3rd inning. Curtis delivers home the 1-0. That one swung on and missed, 1-1. He's mixing up the speeds really well right now. He's 85, 86, then down into the 70s. That one was 81. Here comes the 1-1 home. That one misses inside. 2-1.
Yeah, it has been impressive. He kind of has the 4-seam, the 2-seam, and then he'll have the off-speed that drops all the way down to 73.
2-1. This one swung on, chopped over, and it gets through the outstretched glove of Caden Shanks, and Eldridge with a 2-for-2 start to the day as he reaches first base with a 2-out single.
That's been a welcome addition to the lineup in Gage Eldridge. He was the DH yesterday. Hadn't done a whole lot on the season necessarily. Just been 188 on the season coming into the game yesterday. So he has been producing really well here in this one.
Leader in the clubhouse for the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game right now, Gage Eldridge. As Cade Wilson steps in, he had a sacrifice bunt, but with 2 outs, can't do that here. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
He was kind of the guy that manufactured that run over. He had Eldridge at second base. He moved him over to third, and then they were able to bring him in.
Wyatt Curtis delivers home. That one, good pitch from Curtis, and it's 0-2. Fastball at the knees.
Moving a little quicker here as well.
And he likes to change up the tempo, so change up the leg kicks as well. It's something that really I've only seen him do. Here comes the 0-2. This one. Everybody thought it was strike 3. I think even Cade Wilson thought it was strike 3, and now they'll appeal down, and he'll say no, so it's 1-2.
Everybody was moving left. Everybody was moving right.
Here comes the 1-2. Curtis checks over to first, delivers home. This one, good battle swing, and we'll do it again.
Just trying to stay alive. One of those younger guys kind of put into the lineup this year. Really good shortstop now, trying to get that bat to go.
We're in the top of the 3rd inning. It's 1-2 and a 2-1 game. Wyatt Curtis, the senior, delivers home. That one swung on and missed. A filthy breaking ball, and it's the 7th punch-out for Wyatt Curtis through 3 innings of work. We'll head to the bottom half. It's 2-1 Stone. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Talon Hurd back to work here in the third inning. He's going to face 1, 2, 3 in the Upperman lineup. Coverage of tonight's game presented by Nick's Restaurant. Nick's Restaurant has been family-owned and operated in the Upper Cumberland for over 50 years. Located just off Jefferson. Ladies and gentlemen, ice cream pie. I don't know why I need to say anything else, but I will. Delicious prime rib to go along with it, steaks, chicken, and more. Delicious salads, and they have great banquet facilities as well. So if you're having a team event, or maybe just want to go out for a date night or take your family out for a great dinner in the Upper Cumberland, Nick's Restaurant, your one-stop shop. As we go back to work here, Talon Hurd will face off against Juju Yano. Yano opened the game with a strikeout swinging Jacob Vincent as Upperman's lineup tries to get it rolling here against Hurd, who's just peppering the zone at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about it. Maybe that second time through the lineup is when they're able to finally get it going. He's done a really good job only giving up the one run that first time through. Now this second time through is kind of when it changes a little bit.
Well, the lower third all reached base. It was an error that allowed Shoup to reach, then Holroyd walked, an RBI single for Huddleston, but then a base running mistake allowed Stone to get out of trouble. And so that left the score at 2-1. As the first pitch misses into Yano, it's 1-0. So we'll see if the top half can do what the bottom half did. As there's a big swing and a miss, it's 1-1.
It's hard not to be aggressive against a guy like Talon Hurd. He throws 80 miles an hour. He's been in the zone most of the game.
And now the umpire, I think, is warning the other side potentially. The dugouts, so both dugouts have been warned. He's in control. Here comes the 1-1 home. I'm sure everyone's saying loving things down there as this one's little excuse me swing flared out. Elmore gives chase and can't quite make the catch as he stuck the glove out, and that's just a loud strike. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and from the sounds of it, both sides have been whenever they're making noise as the pitcher is going into his motion, and I mean, it's kind of part of the game.
Yeah, who cares? Only one guy cares. It's 1-2. We're fine. It's high school baseball. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Now the 1-2 pitch delivered home is we're the only ones talking. Yano sends this one way up into the air. Elmore's under it. Second baseman there as well, and he makes the catch while drifting back. That's tougher than it looks, and Kyle Hinch able to make the catch for the first out.
That was a really good job, kind of ranging back. Of course, Elmore right in front of him. You had the right fielder running in as well. Kind of popped up and jumped up, was able to get it to go.
First pitch into Fallon, that one. Taken for called strike one, 0-1. That old-fashioned other batter's box strike right there. Hurd gonna fire that one, and it bounces in from Talon Hurd, and it's 1-1. And if I'm a pitcher tonight, you couldn't pay me to not throw a fastball right there over and over and over again because you can't hit it. You can't. You can ground it foul, and that's it. Here comes the 1-1 home. This one swung on, and Eldridge again flashes the leather, this time a long throw. Bang, bang, play in time. Gage Eldridge has made a couple of nice plays over there at third base as he beats the speedy Fallon by half a step. And Caden Shank strides in with nobody on and 2 out.
It's been a couple of times now. He's made a really nice glove. He's got a kind of that slow step over to first base, but then he's able to get enough pace on it to get Fallon trying to leg it out. Really good job by Eldridge, who, again, he was the DH last night, thrown into third base here tonight, and has played really well.
Caden Shank's looking to get it rolling. He was hit by a pitch and ultimately left stranded back in his first AB. That fastball's across at the knees for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, now maybe the Bees trying to take that first pitch, settle into the count a little bit.
Talon Hurd, just pitch number 39. This one swung on and sent way up into the air, and it looks like it's going into foul territory, trying to get there and able to make the catch. The left fielder makes his way over, and no problem there for Lefevre, and Talon Hurd goes 1-2-3 through the top third of the Upperman lineup. We'll head to the middle innings. Maybe a little this day in baseball history when we come back. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant, the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you can access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
We head to the middle innings as we head to the top of the fourth. It's 2-1 Stone Memorial trying to knock off Upperman and give them their first district loss in well over a season. Wyatt Curtis back to work. He's thrown 59 pitches. He's coming off probably his best inning of work back in that third frame. He'll face 8-9-1 to the Stone Memorial lineup. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jacob Vincent. And Jacob Vincent, you have a little on this day in baseball history.
We're going to go back to 1984. A man by the name of Denny McClain was indicted on charges of racketeering, loan sharking, among others. Do you know who Denny McClain is and what he's known for?
I do not.
So it's kind of a half trivia.
Okay.
McClain was the last pitcher to win 30 games in a season. He went 31-6 in 41 starts back in the 1968 season, won the Cy Young, the AL MVP, and then in 69 he also won the Cy Young.
And he got arrested in 1984.
And then arrested in 1984.
There you go. That's this day in baseball history from Jacob Vincent. We'll have trivia coming up in the fifth. The first pitch coming into Cole Hinch. He had an RBI single in his first AB. It misses low for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, and that must be it. The umpire does not want them to chirp during the pitch. So they go silent and then they yell as soon as it crosses the plate, as that one's across for a strike, 1-1.
They yell a lot less whenever it's a strike.
It's weird. Both teams do that. It's kind of weird how that ends up working out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch home from Wyatt Curtis. The southpaw breaking ball doesn't quite fall off the table, and it's 2-1 as Curtis has already doubled up the innings he's pitched on the season. He had one inning against Smyrna. That was a run rule victory, and they had two against that Blessed Trinity squad out of Georgia. Here comes the 2-1. That one misses inside. Thinking about offering at it, Hinch was able to hold those wrists back. They will appeal down to first, and he did not offer at it, so it'll be 3-1. Hitters count now for Hinch with Kyle Hinch right behind him. Here comes the 3-1 from Curtis. Fastball taken for a strike on the inside corner. Hinch thought it was ball 4, but it's a strike, and it's 3-2. That one looked to be a strike to me on the inside corner. It's relative today.
It is. Very.
Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch home. That one is a ball. Ball 4, and Cole Hinch able to work a leadoff walk here for the Panthers. And it's the second time they've had a leadoff base runner in the game. Kyle Hinch struck out swinging in his first appearance. He will stride in now, trying to add on here. And we wonder at what point we may see a pitching change for Upperman, if at any, here in this inning.
He's only given up the 2 runs so far. He's, again, in his first start, trying to kind of find his groove. You mentioned first couple of starts was a relief appearance and then a really good baseball team in Blessed Trinity.
This one's fouled back into that mesh netting, 0-1. And more than anything, that 66 pitch count. We're talking about taking him out for a potential Friday appearance if he starts to get higher than that. Here comes the 0-1, but this one's more important, obviously. A district appearance, as this one's out in the center field. Justin Fallon gives in chase, and Huddleston does as well. It went right off his glove. Justin Fallon was there. Huddleston tried to grab it. It's down for a runners at first and second with nobody out. Stone Memorial in business.
Just popped right out of the glove. Huddleston was on the run, couldn't quite bring it in.
It's going to be an E9 out there. And now business for the Panthers. Talon Hurd had a single. He also was ultimately left stranded over at third base. He steps in, can really help his own cause with runners at first and second here and nobody out.
And Hurd kind of asking for time here as well. They're trying to get the signs for all the players out there. Stokes, one of the few coaches that'll still kind of do all the signs rather than just a play card.
That's one probably where they just talk about it. That's Justin Fallon's got to call off the right fielder and go and grab that baseball. Now Hurd shows bunt, pulls away as it misses low, 1-0. Stone never afraid to play some small ball. Hurd with plenty of speed. Nick Osmond with the power waiting behind him. Pivotal moments here in this district matchup as Stone tries to strike and get a big victory. Upperman trying to move to 2-0. Comes the 1-0. Hurd shows bunt again. This time, that's going to be a cross. I have no clue where it missed. 2-0.
Look right down middle.
That was
in the middle.
a perfect pitch from Wyatt Curtis.
Must have been inside. Maybe high.
Here comes the 2-0. That one, he offered at it, 2-1.
And this is where Ricky Allison really has to be big behind the plate with the runners in scoring position. Yesterday, it was kind of tough to stay in front, especially with how cold it was. A few of them got to the backstop, but in Stone, you can kind of let that happen. It'll bounce back to you. Here, it's not going to bounce back to you.
2-1 pitch coming to Talon Hurd. This time he's going to swing away. Chops it over. Wilson gives chase, and it's a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody's out here. We're in the top of the 4th inning, nearing the midway point of this ball game in Baxter.
It's been a really good job by Stone Memorial. We said it so many times last season that Upperman really just dispatched of teams in that second game, especially once the other team's ace was out of it. Talon Hurd has been a great number 2 so far today.
2-2, breaking ball. This one swung over, and we'll do it again. And remember, last year, a lot of times Upperman would go Caden Shanks in that first game. The second game, here comes Mr. Baseball, Eli Huddleston. They want Wyatt Curtis to get into that form, but right now he's having to work for it up to 72 pitches. That's obviously a very, very high standard. That helped him, though, make those games real quick on Tuesdays last spring. There's a fastball across, misses a tick low, and we run full here. Dangerous situation looming for the Stone Memorial Panthers. Nick Osmond, the best hitter in the lineup in the on-deck circle. And it's a 3-2 count with nobody out to Talon Hurd with 2 on. Here comes the pitch. That one swung on, sent way up into the air, having to give chase. This is a dangerous ball. Huddleston gets over and not in time. It's down. And Huddleston has to go back forward. A stop sign over there at third, so it'll be the bases loaded here for Nick Osmond and nobody out.
Huddleston just kind of overran it. I don't know if he didn't quite catch it again. There's not as much wind. It's blowing a little bit, but it's kind of blowing out towards that right field foul pole. And not able to get a grab on it. It bounces on the grass, and now the coaches will come out and talk things over with Curtis on the mound.
And that's going to be ruled a single for Talon Hurd. The runners move over 90 feet, and it's bases loaded, nobody out. I believe that's Coach Jonebarger going out to have a word with Wyatt Curtis here.
74 pitches right now. I believe that's your max.
It's right at your cutoff for an extra day, so we'll see if I think it is going to stay him. But I mentioned some of the arms Upperman has available. Alec Wilson there, Justin Fallon out in center field, Chris Worsing out in right, or left field rather. Dangerous situation here. Stone looks to threaten to expand a 1-run lead. They've got the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the 4th inning, and their best hitter, their senior, Nick Osmond in the batter's box here, and he's reached in both appearances. He has walked and singled so far.
He does have a home run on the season. Going to be tough to do it here, especially on this night.
You got to crush one. We see a lot more home runs in May in this park than we do in March, especially on nights like this in March. Yeah. First pitch into Osmond, breaking ball, and he does turn on this one into left field. Going way back near the fence, and it is down. Goodbye, baseball. Nick Osmond, touch 'em all. It's a grand slam for the Panthers.
We just said it. He's now got 2 home runs on the season. That one hugging the line. It was a fair ball. He took the shortest spot, saying it's going to be tough in March. Able to put a charge into it. Clears the bases, and what a start for this Stone Memorial team here in this second game. Now up 6-1. Here in Baxter.
That thing took off, a hanging breaking ball, and he made no mistake. The only question was it going to be foul? And that will be it. Wes Shank's going to come out, and maybe one pitch too late. As now it's going to be a 5-run lead for Stone Memorial, 6-1, and I believe we're going to get Chris Worsing onto the mound for the Upperman Bees, as that one went about 350 feet or so off the bat of Nick Osmond over the left field fence. It hugged down that foul line and went over it. And it's time for a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Bees. Stone Memorial with a 5-run advantage. We'll be right back.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
April 7th, 2022, the last time Upperman lost a district game against Cumberland County, 18-16. Stone Memorial threatening to change that here in this one as they have a 5-run lead off a grand slam by Nick Osmond. And now Chris Worsing, the freshman right-hander, first pitch is swung on and fouled back by Bryce Elmore, will stand in for the Bees. He's making his second appearance of the season at a 3.5 ERA. He pitched 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, one of them earned with a couple of punch-outs and no walks. He steps in here for Wyatt Curtis, who left a hanging ball breaking, and that one got sent way out of here by the senior Nick Osmond. The next one in from Worsing misses up and away, 81 on the gun for the freshman.
Yeah, and like you said, about 1 pitch too late to bring him out of there. Was able to hang it on the inside corner, and Osmond was ready for it.
The 1-1 pitch, that one's across for a strike, 1-2 from Worsing. The right-hander, they're really high on this kid, both in at the plate. I think he's going to turn into a really good pitcher for him on the mound. He's in a big spot here as Stone tries to continue to add on. That breaking ball nearly hit Elmore and then nearly dove all the way into the zone. It's a ball, though, 2-2.
I have no idea how it didn't hit him.
Bryce Elmore, he struck out a couple of times swinging. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3 again. They actually foul tipped. Either way, same result. And a good start for Chris Worsing as Cam Melton will stride in. He's 1 for 2 so far with a single, a stolen base, and a flyout.
Well, it's big opportunities, like you said, for Chris Worsing. There's really no pressure on him. You're already down 5 runs, so all you have to do now is try to hold him at bay so your offense can come back out here. And kind of a good opportunity for him to kind of show what he can do against a district opponent.
And that's the thing for Stone Memorial. They know a 5-run lead maybe, but it is not certainly safe against this Upperman lineup as that fastball catches that other batter's box strike. 0-1.
Yeah, they were up 2-0 yesterday. They were up 4-3 last year in the first game, ended up losing it. So they've had leads vanquished, but nothing quite this big.
The 0-1 pitch misses. 1-1 here from Chris Worsing. New to town from California. That breaking ball again. You can tell Melton thought it was going to hit him, but it's got a ton of movement. It's actually working closer to the zone than I think the batters realize as it starts behind him and then dips down.
Well, that's what we saw yesterday with Osmond and Shanks. Both their breaking balls were tremendous.
The 2-1, that one waved at and missed for a strike. 79 on the gun that time, 2-2. And just a freshman. They expect that velocity to tick up really in the coming years as he continues to kind of fill out and get in the weight room. Work on his technique. Here comes the 2-2 home from Worsing. He's already 6'3". Close but no cigar, 3-2. Most nights that's a clear ball. Instead, it's a full count here. Here comes a big payoff pitch into the cleanup hitter, Melton. That one swung on, foul tip back. We'll do it again. Again, Scarborough was going to be the cleanup hitter, a late scratch, so Melton slots up there into that 4-hole. He's battling right now, the single and a fly out, 1 for 2.
I'll say, been a pretty productive couple of at-bats so far. Good productive at-bat here.
Another 3-2 payoff pitch. That one swung on, just foul tipped, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, just between the legs. Allison couldn't quite get a handle on it, and good at-bat here by Melton. Good battle between these two. Worsing trying to get his second out.
Gordonsville and Green Hill battling in a softball matchup between the reigning single A and reigning 4A state champions. We'll give you an update on it after this 3-2 pitch. This one,
same exact player as yesterday,
they're going to give
too.
him the bag. He definitely leaned into it. Cam Melton, he got called for it yesterday that time. He's going to reach first base. There's no question. He stuck that elbow out right over there, and it'll lead to the hit by pitch, and that's exactly what West Shank's coming out, and he has a really good argument on that one, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of did the same thing yesterday. I think the explanation yesterday was the umpire thought it hit the butt of the bat, and it actually went out into fair territory. This time it was definitely the elbow pad.
he dropped that arm right there into it.
Yeah,
it would have been ball 4 either way.
You at least have to make an attempt to get out of the way. So you can turn, can't quite stick the elbow out there.
Anyway, the Green Hill has struck. They lead 2-0 on the top of the fourth. They were the first runs Kaylee Plumley has given up all season long. Kaylee Plumley, the Tennessee softball commit, she's been ridiculous. Has 2 no-hitters already. This is a great bunt down the first base line. Worsing going to flip over to first. Wilson covering the bag for the out. A good job by the freshman to get there. As Melton reaches second, Bisbee going to be thrown out.
You mentioned it. That's a really good play by Worsing. It was a really good bunt in between first base and the pitcher's mound. Worsing has to make his way over there. Not only does he have to get there quickly, he's got to get the flip quickly off the ground, able to do so to get the second out. But now you got to deal with Gage Eldridge, who's been really good tonight.
Yeah, Gage Eldridge has had a great game so far. A couple of nice plays in the field. He has a double, a run scored, and a single. 2 for 2 officially at the plate. First pitch in from Worsing is a called strike 0-1. And I'll tell you, Chris Worsing, he looks good on the mound right now. Didn't get to see him out there in Georgia pitching, but got good command of himself. Second.
That's the big thing. He's been in command so far.
And Stone was rolling. They had that grand slam. They were all over the base paths now with a runner at second. Worsing delivers home. This one swung on and missed, and it's quickly 0-2. 80-mile-an-hour fastball there for Worsing. This one, maybe more than a lot, not over yet. So stick around as we head towards the bottom half where we will have trivia with Jacob. Here comes the 0-2 home with 2 outs. Worsing going to step off the rubber instead. Checking back towards the runner at second.
Glad you're keeping track of that. I kind of forgot about it. Can't believe I'd forget about trivia.
It would have come back to you.
Eventually.
It may have been post-game, but you would have gotten to it. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Chris Worsing with a good inning in relief as he stops the bleeding, but not before the damage is done. Nick Osmond puts a charge in one over the left field fence to give Stone Memorial commanding 6-1 lead. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret, with locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville. Delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. A grand slam for Nick Osmond has made it 6-1 for Stone. Talon Hurd with the lead. Back to work on the mound for the Panthers against 4, 5, 6 of the Upperman lineup. But first, it's time for trivia with Jacob Benson.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know the question.
How old was the youngest MLB player? Your options, 19, 15, 17, or 13. How old was the youngest MLB player, 19, 15, 17, or 13?
Okay.
Do you want a hint?
Sure.
Do you know the answer?
No.
He played for the Cincinnati Reds.
Well, of course this is the one we picked. Why wouldn't it have been the Reds question from our resident Reds fan? I'm glad you guys got the weird stuff in your baseball history. We just got the championships.
Hey, we got 5. Not since 1990,
yeah,
but
those don't count. They were playing with different sort of equipment.
Yeah,
back then. Those leather helmets.
Like the big bad red machine wasn't a real baseball
Chris
team.
Worsing, 0 for 1 so far, stands in for his second appearance. Maybe that's the best reflection of how Talon Hurd is pitching. Yesterday, Upperman, they were on their third plate appearance in the 4th inning. Now they're on just their second here in the bottom half of the 4th. Let us know in the comments what you think the answer is to the trivia question. We'll let you know in the end of this half inning what it was. So Talon Hurd, he's only thrown 40 pitches so far. He's been really effective on the mound. He's allowed 1 hit. The 1 run has come across so far. 1 error behind him in the field. Doing a good job so far here in this district matchup. Here comes the 1-0 home. This one swung on by Worsing, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And he just flared it out there into right field for a leadoff single. And for the first time in this ball game, Upperman has a leadoff base runner. And here comes Alec Wilson, 0 for 1 with a flyout. He cranked it into left field, but it was right at the left fielder.
Yeah, what a job by Worsing as well. Able to come on in relief now of Curtis, able to get out of the inning unscathed, and then able to put a good poke out there to start off this inning. And they will get a runner on here for Worsing since he is on the mound now.
Yeah, Worsing's going to get a courtesy runner. I imagine it's going to be Collier Bush, but I've been wrong before. We'll wait and see. It's going to be Braden Green. I've been wrong before. Braden Green going to come out and run. So the courtesy runner is Braden Green, the sophomore, shortstop, second baseman.
Played second last night.
He can do a little bit of everything for this team. He's going to run a lot this year, though, with Caden Shanks, an exception of when Caden Shanks is on the mound, or Juju Yano. First pitch misses up and in to Wilson. Talon Hurd.
77.
One thing he doesn't want to do is allow the door to open for this Upperman team, who could put a crooked letter up on the stat sheet in a hurry.
Well, like you said, now this third time through the lineup. Second time through the lineup.
Green back in time. Pretty good throw from Hurd. Elmore got the tag down, but Green back in plenty of time. Second time through the lineup here, and it was the bottom half is who did the damage for the Bees. Here comes the 1-0 home. That one misses up and in again to Wilson, and the top half hasn't done anything for Upperman. Just one base runner through the top 4 hitters up until that base hit for Worsing, and that came after Caden Shanks was hit by a pitch, so nobody has a base hit or a walk worked among those big 4. This one, Wilson again swings and sends it into left field. It's going to be down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles. He eats up the center fielder or left fielder just a little bit. Green retreats back, and it's back-to-back singles for Upperman. Wilson and Worsing. And now runners at first and second for the hard-hitting rookie Allison. The junior catcher will stride in here at an important moment. I think Nick Osmond recognizes that as he's going to go out and have a discussion with Talon Hurd because there's still time. We're only in the bottom of the 4th inning, and if you're Stone, you got a commanding lead. It could change quickly with one swing by rookie Allison.
Well, an update outside of this one in 7 AAA. Livingston Academy leading Cumberland County 4-0. They beat them yesterday 11-1 in Crossville. Livingston kind of maybe that second team in the district right now, but heck, if Stone wins this game, who knows how it would shake out the rest of the season.
Stone Memorial making it a little interesting here. Of course, a long way to go this season.
DeKalb County and White County battling as well. White County with an 8-4 lead currently.
About the Warriors.
DeKalb beat them 7-2 yesterday.
Allison gets a bunt down, flares it over. Hurd throws to third for the lead runner force out. Nice job by Talon Hurd, and the rare small ball played by Upperman backfires as they trade places. Green will go out. Wilson moves over to second. Rookie Allison goes to first on the fielder's choice, and he's going to get a courtesy runner. And this time it is going to be Collier Bush going out to run for him. Carson Shoup stands in, runners at first and second. And some head-scratching decisions right now for Upperman out there in the field.
Well, also, that was a really good play by Talon Hurd. Running out to his right, he kind of has to move and get in position to throw it. Gage Eldridge on the bag. That was a really tough play.
And now first pitch swinging here, and it gets past the outstretched glove to the third baseman. Run going to come around to score for Upperman. And now another runner heading for third. Throw in, tag, not in time as the ball escaped away. Shoup moves over to second, and now it's 6-2 with 2 in scoring position. Carson Shoup wasted no time, give him an RBI on the single. He advances over to second on the throw. Wilson comes across to score, and Collier Bush, who's the courtesy runner, moves over to third.
Well, yeah, now second and third for the Bees, and you said it, don't give this team any kind of room to maybe get back into it. Yeah, they got 1 run across. You got second and third, still just 1 out in the inning. Big opportunity here for Carson Holroyd.
Carson Holroyd walked, but then was thrown out trying to stretch it into third on a base hit by Huddleston in the last AB. Here's a score update for you. Softball, Upperman 30, Cumberland County 4. First pitch in. He swings at this one, sends it way up into the air. Shortstop has a long way to go to it, and it gets down for a hit. Run's going to come across to score. Holroyd advances to second. Now Shoup thinks about it. He's going to retreat back to third. Carson Holroyd got enough onto it for an RBI single for him. He advances over to second, and now the door is open. Upperman's within 3 with 2 in scoring position, and here comes Evan Huddleston, who ripped an RBI single in his lone plate appearance.
Well, and this has been the big thing. It hadn't even been the top of the lineup doing the damage right now. It's been the middle of the lineup, and now you've got Evan Huddleston, who's already put a charge into 1, trying to flip this lineup back over, and now the conversation on the mound with a 3-run lead.
And if you're Stone Memorial, it's decision time because you don't have a ton to go to behind Talon Hurd. And so with only 47 pitches, you're looking for a way for him to try and work through this trouble. But it's big trouble because right behind Evan Huddleston are some bats who are primed and who feel like they may be due. Yano 0 for 2, Fallon 0 for 2, Shanks 0 for 1. It is going to be Hurd staying in there. Here comes Evan Huddleston with runners at second and third, and 1 out here as Upperman has brought 2 across. The grand slam by Osmond made it 6-1. Now it's 6-3.
That's the conversation for Hurd right now. Hey, you got a 3-run lead. Your pitch count is just at 47. Stay calm, get out of the inning, and you feel pretty good heading to the 5th.
First pitch in from Talon Hurd to Huddleston. That's a good pitch. He didn't get the call. Wow. 1-0, maybe a little low.
I think a little bit low, just either right at the knees or just below it.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch home to Evan Huddleston. That time looked like the same spot. I thought it was a strike both times. He gets the call. It's 1-1. And now we've got a battle here. Huddleston against Hurd. A big moment here in this ball game. 1-1 breaking ball. That one foul tipped into the mitt. 1-2. Good pitch by Talon Hurd.
That's a really good pitch, especially going back-to-back fastballs. You come back with the breaking ball, get his timing off, and now you kind of have an open book.
1-2 coming here to Evan Huddleston. The 9-hole hitter awaits, swings at this one, and it's going to get through for another single. One comes across to score. Another runner heading for home. It's a 2 RBI single for Evan Huddleston, and just like that, the Bees right back within 1 run.
Well, and how about Evan Huddleston as well? Just his 3rd at-bat of the season, 4th at-bat of the season, able to plate a couple of runs. Been really productive tonight in that 9th spot, and now it's back to the top of the lineup and still just 1 out in the inning. And again, almost a really good play by Talon Hurd. He tried to barehand that with his right hand right over the mound. Really good job by Huddleston. Just sent it right back up the middle with just enough pace to get between the infielders.
The bottom 5 of the Upperman order all have reached base in this half inning. 1 out to go along with it. Here's Juju Yano, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Puts a swing on this one. Long way to go for the center fielder. He's way back, and it's down to the fence. Juju Yano hit that one 372 feet. Runner going to head for the plate. Throw in is in time. Osman checks back, and it's heads-up base running to get back to the bag for Evan Huddleston. But now a bomb of a double, a South Willow Auto Clinic double for Juju Yano. And Upperman starting to throw haymakers, 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And here comes the ever-dangerous Justin Fallon.
Well, yeah, you've got it within a run. You love if you're the Bees right now where you're at. Now if you're Talon Hurd, you still got a lead. You're just trying to get out of the inning, but it's going to be tough to do so.
15 degrees warmer, and that's a 2-run home run for Juju Yano. First pitch from Hurd. It's a great breaking ball. Just misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Hurd is trying to battle in there and keep the lead. Stone felt like they were trying to run away with it. Upperman has thrown a haymaker back, but Stone still leads. The 1-0, that one misses low and outside, 2-0, and you can't afford to lose Fallon because it doesn't get any easier. You get maybe the most talented player in the classification looming on deck in the form of Caden Shanks, and now time called by Nick Osmond to go out and have a discussion with Talon Hurd.
Well, and I mean, the Bees have been in this situation, right, for the last 2 seasons. You win a state title 2 years ago. You make the state championship last year, and you lose it 1-0. And they were in the elimination scenarios last year in the state tournament. So their backs have been against the wall. This just being the 2nd district game of the year. Yesterday, they trailed 2-0, able to reel off 6 runs unanswered. Doing the same thing here right now. 4 in a row, getting back within 1. They've been in this situation. They don't get scared when they get down, and they're able to make runs like this for a reason.
Well, you remember last year's state tournament, their backs are against the wall against Tennessee. They go down 6-0, and what do? Rattle off 7 runs in the bottom half, and we know what they ended up doing, going to the state championship game. That's why we said this game was far from over. Usually a team goes up 5, you pack it up. We're talking about anything other than the game, not with this team. And now Hurd trying to battle as they still do lead. Here comes the 2-0. Good pitch, swung on, missed, 2-1. It's a great pitch from Talon Hurd.
And Fallon, he's just trying to put something in play out there, especially with runners in scoring position. Has a lot of room out kind of right center, a big gap between right fielder and the center fielder right now.
Long look in from Hurd. Now he steps off the rubber. Fallon 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs so far. He's got Shanks on deck, Worsing in the hole. Here comes the 2-1 home. That one swung on, chopped over. Eldridge can't field it cleanly, and the run will score. We're tied. No throw over to first. It's going to be an E5, and just like that, we're tied at 6.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, for the Bees, they didn't need one swing of the bat. Obviously, Osmond was able to do that, put it over for a grand slam, and now has pretty much gotten rid of that grand slam. We're back at even pecking order, and the Bees feeling really good and on a run, still just 1 out, and it's just kind of been little hits like that. Obviously, they've had the big ones like Llanos out to the fence, but a lot of them have just been through the infield, hard ground balls, making it tough for the defense to make plays.
Second error of the game, charged to the Stone defense. Here's Caden Shanks. He's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch and is flown out. This one's turned on into right field. It is hit hard. It is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Caden Shanks sends it on a ride over the right field fence, and it's a huge half inning for the Upperman Bees.
Trailed 6-1 to start the inning, have taken a 3-run advantage, and that ball was absolutely cranked by Caden Shanks. And the bad thing right now for Stone Memorial, it's not over. Still just 1 out in the inning. First home run of the season for Shanks, first home run of the season for the Bees.
Stone Memorial went up 6-1 on a grand slam. Upperman has answered with an 8-run bottom half of the inning, and it's time for a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Stone Memorial Panthers. New pitcher when we come back, Caden Shanks with a 3-run bomb, and we've got fireworks in Baxter.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseyschevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and blanks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Time for a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for Stone Memorial as this game has changed rapidly. It was 6-1 Panthers on a grand slam by Nick Osmond. Upperman goes to Chris Worsing. He slams the door in the top half, and now Upperman's offense has exploded. 8 runs in the bottom half, including a 3-run bomb into right field as we've had a couple of heavy shots, one by Nick Osmond and that one by Caden Shanks. And we mentioned Caden Shanks has been looking to get it rolling, Jacob Benson. My goodness, did he just get it rolling.
Yeah, he got a pitch right over the middle of the plate, able to crank it over the right side, and that has been the big thing that Hurd was working with through the first 3 innings of the game as he was pounding the zone and he was getting swings and misses. He was getting weak contact. There's been no weak contact here in this inning so far. They've plated 8 runs now to take a 3-run advantage, and for Peyton Roberts, who's coming in, he pitched yesterday as well. Much slower velocity coming in. He's in those 60s to 70s range. He's got a lot of breaking balls, so it's going to be a big switch as that one right at 65, so kind of mid-60s. He'll drop it down closer to the 50s on the breaking ball as well, and it's a big switch from Hurd, and for this, maybe just trying to throw this Upperman offense off of line now as Worsing led off this inning with a single.
Peyton Roberts, the new pitcher on here for Stone, Chris Worsing. He opened up this inning with a single, steps in here. First pitch into him. Did that hit him? It did. So a hit by pitch, and now another runner has reached for Upperman. Every batter who has come to the plate in this half inning has reached base. The one out came on a fielder's choice. And here comes Alec Wilson. He had a single and came around to score in his last appearance. In this inning, he's back in here with a runner at first and nobody out. And it's interesting, Upperman, they've had some explosive performances offensively in those first 2 games especially, but it hasn't been that power.
Yeah.
There was a little power off the bat from Juju Yano. Hit it deep into center field, and that one from Caden Shanks went a long way. But still, just a 3-run game. If Stone can find a way to get some outs. First pitch misses low and outside for Wilson. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and of course we said it before this one on a cold night. You probably don't expect to see a lot of home runs. Of course, we've seen 2.
We looked really smart after saying, literally, as soon as I said that, Osmond hit a grand slam, and now Caden Shanks. Now, we were right. I did say Caden Shanks may be the most talented player in the classification, and he hit a 3-run home run. So it balanced out a little bit. 2-0 coming here from Roberts as he's trying to find the zone. He hit a batter, and now he's thrown 2 balls. That one swung on and flared out. Long way for Eldridge. He lays out. He makes the catch. Throw over to first. No, but
that is.
And it's going to be a different third baseman. My apologies that they went into the defensive change. So that's Cade Wilson, who moves from shortstop over there as Talon Hurd goes to short. So Hurd goes to short, Wilson goes to third, and that's a good play by Wilson to lay out and make that catch for a big second out.
Well, and like you said as well, for Stone Memorial, you're only down by 3 runs.
Yes.
So if you're able to get out of the inning, you're still within striking distance, but you got to get those next couple of outs. So that's a good first out, still a runner on first base in Braden Green.
The UCR text chat is blowing up at the fact that Upperman softball scored 30 runs tonight.
That is insane.
It was 30-4. Upperman softball beat Cumberland County tonight. 30-4. Yes, that's the press box asked. It's 1-0 coming here. Rookie Allison awaits. There's that big looping breaking ball that maybe touched. It was 56 miles per hour. That's tough to hit. So you
Guess who drove in 4 runs? Gracie Butler.
She's a pretty good athlete. 2-0.
She was 2 for 4 with.
As this one's fouled back and out of play right into the bleachers. Everyone ducked for cover.
2 for 4 with 2 doubles, 4 runs driven in, and 4 runs scored.
It's going to help Upperman softball to have her back in the lineup.
Goodness
She's
gracious.
pretty good. First team all Upper Cumberland. Argue with the wall about it. 2-1 with 2 outs. Runner at first. As Upperman's already brought 8 across in the frame. Allison, this one goes behind him. 3-1.
It was a good job by Allison bringing the bat down. We actually saw that yesterday where there was a pitch behind by Shanks and actually hit the bat and ended up being a foul ball.
3-1 here with 2 outs. Hitters count to rookie Allison. Pitch across. Throw behind over at first. It's a strike, but now the throw to first gets away, and that's going to allow the runner to move over to second. Now he's rounding second, heading for third. Here comes the throw in. It will not be in time. And a full count with 2 outs, but now the runner Worsing goes all the way around, or the pinch runner rather.
Green.
Braden Green back in, goes all the way around to third. He's 90 feet away from adding another insurance run in for the Bees in what has been the longest 4th inning in the history of baseball.
You're not far off. And for Osmond, you just don't have to make that throw.
It's a throwing error written down there.
I understand you're trying to catch him off guard.
3-2 payoff pitch. Allison flares this one out. Could be a tough play. Right fielder finds it in the lights, ranges under it, and makes the catch, and the inning is finally over, but not before significant damage dealt by the reigning district champions. After 4, it's Upperman 9, Stone Memorial 6. We got a shootout tonight. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. I believe, is that a new pitcher on the mound for Upperman? It is not. Chris Worsing back to work here for the Bees. Noah McKay joined by Jacob Benson as we head to the top of the 5th inning. a combined 12 runs scored in the fourth inning. It was 4 across for Stone. They were feeling really good. We're talking about the last time Upperman lost. And then all of a sudden, the Bees struck. Caden Shanks capped it off with a big 3-run home run. And they're now up 3, but still just a 3-run game. So Stone certainly in this ball game. 7, 8, 9 due up here in the Panthers lineup. And it's going to be Cade Wilson leading it off. And we've got a change in the outfield as Evan Huddleston, I believe, goes back into left field. And the right fielder is Carson Holroyd. So they flipped those two. Holroyd started as designated hitter, and he's now out there in the field. Justin Fallon still in center. First pitch, bunt is shown. As pulling back in time was Wilson.
Not the trivia answer?
Yes, absolutely. Repeat the trivia after this pitch coming home here from Chris Worsing. The 1-0, this one swung on and fouled back.
How old was the youngest MLB player? Your options 19, 15, 17, or 13. Who are you going with?
I'm guessing 15.
You're correct.
How about
Joe
that?
Nuxall.
There we go.
Pitched for the Cincinnati Reds in 1944.
As that pitch is swung on and foul tipped into the mitt, 1-2.
He went 2/3 of an inning. It was a blowout. It was 18-0 loss to the Cardinals. 2 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, and 1 wild pitch. He did not pitch again in the major leagues until 1952.
1-2. This one flared out into right field, and it's taking advantage of that gigantic outfield down for a base hit. Holroyd got there quickly, though. The throw into second. Pretty good attempt, but it's going to be a leadoff double. Cade Wilson, as Stone looks to strike back. We got a good old-fashioned shootout in Baxter. Runner at second with nobody out.
And even though Nuxall got beat up a little bit in that opening outing, came back at a 16-year career in the majors, was a 2-time All-Star, 135 and 117 record as a starting pitcher most of those seasons with the Reds.
And now Cole Hinch going to stand in here. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. First pitch into him, taken for a strike, 0-1.
And a good start for Stone. I mentioned it. You stay within 3 runs, at least give yourself a fighting chance. I mean, the offense, they've been clicking, obviously, last couple of games. Get it going again.
0-1 pitch coming home here from Worsing. Nice breaking ball. Falls off the table. Throw behind the runner at second. Tag just barely didn't get him. Rookie Allison put that one on a rope to Caden Shanks, and Wilson had to dive back in. He got there just in time.
Yeah, you had Yano back there as well. I think that one was called a ball, a little bit low.
It was 1-1. The count now is Wilson, 1-0. Shows bunt, gets it down. Worsing has to go way up for it. Slow roller. Makes the throw to first. More small ball here for Stone. They're just trying to put the pressure on as they're trying to chip back in, trailing by 3. The runner advances over on the sac bunt.
Well, we've seen that a lot from Coach Stokes in years past, and especially here this season in the bottom half of the lineup. He's a really good job of knowing his players, kind of realizing what they're capable of, and trying to manufacture runs. And it's something they've done a good job of so far this season. They did it yesterday with a couple of runs in the first, did it today early on as well.
First pitch into Kyle Hinch. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Hinch so far has struck out swinging. He reached on an error and came around to score back in the 4th. He's got a runner 90 feet away as Stone is within 3 runs. Worsing delivers home the 1-0. That one misses outside, 2-0.
And now for Worsing, you're trying to find your groove a little bit as well. You got the one out, but now you have a runner standing there on third base.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button as the 2-0 pitch from Worsing comes home. This one swung on, foul tip, 2-1. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also like and comment along with the stream. The 2-1, that one misses outside. Stick around post-game with the South Willow Auto Clinic post-game show. We'll tell you about some of the stats and, of course, have our Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game.
It got really tough all of a sudden.
It did. There's a lot of players as the 3-1 misses upstairs, and the 9-hole hitter, Kyle Hinch, does his job. It's a 1-out walk, runner at first and third. Here comes Talon Hurd. He struck out looking to open up the game since then, a couple of singles. He scored a run, but now the double play ball is back out there for an Upperman infield, especially in the middle there with Yano and Shanks that can turn them very frequently.
And I think with Hurd, it's going to be tough, especially he's got a lot of speed. But Hurd also, he was the man who started this one on the mound. He kind of got to run out of there, giving up the 8 runs back there in that 4th inning. And now trying to give your team a little bit of a chance to get back into it here with a couple runners on.
Shoot comes in at third. Hurd gets a great bunt down the first base line. Wilson gets to it, throws over to Yano, who covered the bag, and he got him in time. So they trade a run for an out. Stone back within 2. An RBI on the sacrifice bunt for Talon Hurd. A good job by Yano to cover the bag and a flip from Wilson. And to bring up Nick Osmond, who did the damage with the grand slam. He could tie the game with one more big swing.
I was going to say, I really like that play. It's a really good bunt. Hurd, it gives it a chance of being safe as well. And now you bring up your best hitter in the lineup and a runner in scoring position, only down by 2 runs.
So Hench moves over to second on the
They're gonna walk
bunt,
him.
and they are going to intentionally walk Nick Osmond. Forget about that. Bryce Elmore, he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, all swinging. Makes sense if you're Wes Shanks.
Good decision. Guy who just hit a grand slam and a runner in scoring position, a guy who struck out a few times, probably good.
And he can make you pay for it, but
and now a force out at any
logically
bag.
that makes sense. And you're also going, switching over in the batter's boxes, the right-hander against the right-hander. You get that action working as this one's fouled out of play 0-1. So Wersing trying to battle through here. He's at 31 pitches here and really came in and slammed the door back in the 4th inning when the wheels were running off the tracks. We saw Roberts do the same thing for Stone in the bottom half. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses up and in. Allison goes up to snatch it out of the air. Rookie Allison, maybe. If not, the other one's out there on the base paths right now, the best catcher in the Upper Cumberland.
Oh, heck, Carson Baird might have something to say about that, too.
Yeah, this is a district with some good catchers, no question about it. Here comes the 1-1. That one swung on and missed, and got to be careful out there at second. That's a huge jump for Hinch. But we already saw Allison nearly gun somebody down out there. He is not afraid to let it rip. 1-2 here with 2 outs rather. Chris Wersing out of the stretch. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball just battled off by Elmore. Best AB he's had by far so far today.
Yeah, you mentioned it, 3 swinging strikeouts so far coming into this AB, so he's trying to put together a good one. He's got runner in scoring position, just trying to get on base and keep the lineup moving through.
1-2, 2 outs here. Runners at first and second. It's a 2-run game, 9-7. We've had some fireworks here in the past couple of innings. Stone has brought one across in the frame. Wersing. Again, kicks and deals. Breaking ball. Dips away from the zone. 2-2. Deuce is wild now.
He hadn't been able to get that breaking ball to kind of stay in the zone. Earlier on, he was starting it on that inside part of the plate, working it back over. Now he's starting it kind of on the outside, and it's breaking out.
Wersing, a couple of checks over. Now here comes the 2-2. That one. Cold strike 3. Pounds that outside corner, and he strands 2 runners out on the base paths. The freshman with some poise on the mound. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's Upperman 9, Stone Memorial 7. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network. Welcome back to Baxter as we head to the bottom half of the 5th, what should be our national anthem blaring out here. Rocky Top in the 5th inning stretch here at Upperman High School, and it's the Bees with a 9-7 lead. Back to work on the mound is Peyton Roberts here, second pitcher in the game for Stone Memorial. He did a pretty good job slowing down the velocity, and now he's going to face off against 6, 7, 8. Against the lower half of the order has done a ton of damage in this game for the Upperman Bees.
Yeah, he was able to get out of the inning there after the 8 runs were put aboard, and now, like you said, you're going up against the top. That's the part of the lineup that really got it going for this Upperman team. Hadn't really been able to get it going for the first couple of innings. We're able just to scrape across the 1 run, but a number you mentioned to me in between the break is a big one right now for the Bees. They've only left 3 base runners aboard. Stone has left 10 runners aboard out on the base path in this game, and they trail by only 2 runs.
Carson Shoup due up first. 7, 8, 9 due up in this half inning. Shoup, Holroyd, and Huddleston. PD right next door commenting along on the stream. It has been a great game. Appreciate that. Shoup standing in. He had an RBI single. Came around to score back in the 4th. Reached on an error in the 2nd. First pitch in. He swings at this one and pops it up into the air. Shortstop is Talon Hurd. He's under it. 1 pitch, 1 out, and exactly what the doctor ordered for Peyton Roberts.
And that was the big thing for Talon Hurd when he was on the mound. He got a few of those to kind of get his confidence going in it, and then he was able to get it into a rhythm. And now it might be the same thing for Roberts as well. And you said it, it's a huge change in pace here velocity-wise with Roberts on the mound.
Carson Holroyd going to stand in. He reached on an RBI single. He also walked. He scored a run. First pitch into him misses upstairs, and that's 68 miles per hour on the velocity gun.
And you go from Hurd, it was right at about 80 with the fastball.
Fastball, curveball right now for Peyton Roberts. He comes home with a 1-0. This one swung on and fouled up into foul territory. I think it's getting out of play. It will, and it'll be 1-1.
Good job on the trivia, by the way. Saying you had no idea.
I definitely knew what it was the whole time. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Wasn't a guess. It just made sense.
Better starting Rusty.
Well, yeah, no duh. 17 felt too old to be relevant. That was,
that was Bryce Harper.
That's not that. 17 is super impressive, but it wouldn't be this day in trivia.
What makes it better is he
question.
literally pitched for 2/3 of an inning and
Right.
then didn't pitch again for 8 years.
And that one
there
is
was
a
kind of a
breaking ball
war
that-
going on at the time, but
Breaking ball misses behind Holroyd. 13 was way too young. That's just irrelevant. 15 felt like the sweet spot. Here comes the 2-1 home for Holroyd. That one's in the dirt in the other's batter's box, and it's called a strike. 2-2. Both ways.
it's consistent, I guess.
We knew that pregame what was going on. Here comes the 2-2 home. Holroyd. Yeah, he offered it that one. Strike 3. And it'll be the second out of the inning. Back-to-back outs recorded here for Peyton Roberts. It'll bring up Evan Huddleston, who ain't your usual 9-hole hitter. He's 2 for 2, 3 RBIs and a couple of singles. And I don't imagine he's going to be the 9-hole hitter for long, as it appears he's settling back into the baseball diamond.
I don't know. It's always kind of good when you kind of have somebody down there in that 9 spot to kind of your second leadoff batter, especially late on in the lineup.
Huddleston, he changed his number this year. That's pretty bold to go put on your older brother's number, Mr. Baseball. He's 24 out there again, and Huddleston, other teams I think are going to see that and say, E. Huddleston 24.
Hold on.
A panic attack.
Hold on.
That one's fouled out of play. It's 1-1.
Very similar up there at the plate as well. Just kind of that calm approach, kind of standing straight up with the hands on the shoulders, and then they're able to load up.
Score update in the district. Livingston Academy completes the sweep. They defeat Cumberland County 4-0 tonight, as that one misses low, 2-1. So L.A. goes to 2-0. Upperman trying to meet them there atop the district standings at 2-0. Here comes the 2-1. That one bounces in. Give it a second. It is a ball, 3-1.
We'll get an update on DeKalb County as well.
DeKalb County and Sparta going at it tonight. Again, you have these Monday, Tuesday series throughout the season in district play. Here comes the 3-1. Nice breaking ball for a strike, 3-2. Best pitch Roberts has thrown so far as he tries to retire the side in order and keep the top of the order in the on-deck circle and beyond.
White County leading DeKalb County 9-7 in the bottom of the 6th.
Here comes the 3-2. This one swung on and chopped over. Second baseman ranges to his left, makes the play. Throw over to first is in time, and a nice 1-2-3 inning work by Peyton Roberts to keep the deficit right where it is. We head to the 6th. It's 9-7 Upperman. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Stone Memorial looking to get a couple of runs back as they trail 9-7 in the top of the 6th inning. Score update in a battle of state champions. The 4A state champion Green Hill Lady Hawks escape with a 3-2 victory over the Gordonsville Tigerettes. The single A state champions Kaylee Plumley strikes out 14, but Green Hill just a little too much as they win it 3-2, but a really good showing for the Tigerettes, who appear to be barreling back towards the spring fling, albeit early in the season.
Yeah, and it was a good battle against Eagleville last year. They've had a good start to the season as well, and it could be kind of a crash course between those two in the championship once again this year.
Chris Worsing, he's been pretty good in relief. He goes back to work. First pitch misses for a ball. Cameron Melton at the plate. He had a single and a stolen base back in the first. He's flown out, and he's been hit by a pitch, so a little bit of everything. And he swings and puts a charge on this one in the left field. Huddleston has to go way back for it. Melton sees that one get down. He rounds second, and now we'll put on the brakes for a leadoff double for the Stone Memorial Panthers, and that's a good swing by Cameron Melton.
It's the third or fourth inning. They've let it off with a hit. I mean, they've been really aggressive at the plate, and that's the thing. Again, you're only down by 2 runs. You got one back in the last inning. You're going to have one chance here, and then you're going to have your last chance in the next inning. You get one here and maybe a 2, and then at least make this game interesting.
Well, critical here for Stone is they would love to get them both back here, but if a couple of more base runners get on, you ensure that the top of the order is going to get a chance in the 7th. Worsing trying to prevent that as another bunt is shown as a pretty good one. Shoop comes up, bare hands it, loads, throws to first, and it's a great throw, and they rule him safe. Beating it out was Titus Bisbee. Ruled that one an infield single on a bunt. Bunt single there for Titus Bisbee, and that was a very close play. Runners at the corners now.
And Robert's going to be at the plate here as well, who's also on the mound. And we've seen it throughout this whole game, been trying to manufacture runs. Coach Stokes will talk it over with Roberts here as well.
So Peyton Roberts going to get the bat here in place of Gage Eldridge. And now Roberts with runners at the corners and nobody out. And again, that's a close play, but you're going to have 2-man umpires until you get to the postseason. So you're not at a great angle there if you're at second base. It's a tough place to put an umpire to try and make that call. He's 90-plus feet away from the play, and he doesn't have an angle looking right at it. So he rules him safe, and we'll play on. Opportunity here for Stone to tie potentially or even regain the lead, as Roberts will see if he's bunting or not here. And he certainly is. Shoot playing at the corners, as is Alec Wilson. Runner takes off towards second as it's popped up into the air. And Upperman is protecting. Yano's going over to cover first behind Wilson. And if you're that runner at first base, you got to be aware of that because there could be a pickup move from Worsing if they pick up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, showing bunt in an 0-1 count. Wilson stutter steps, runner takes off. Allison is going to throw down, and they will have him in a rundown. Shanks looking over towards first. Runner held there. Now he's going to throw behind him at third. The tag is there in time. What a play by the Upperman infield as he gets caught leaking over there at third. Caden Shanks for the heads-up play, and the lead runner is thrown out in the rundown.
Yeah, what a play there by Shanks, and you mentioned it right there. Just kind of the way that they're able to play that first and third situation. You know Stone's going to want to bunt it. Really good throw by rookie Allison to step up and get it to second base, and then a better job by Shanks realizing it was leaking off the bag.
That pitch comes across, runner takes off as nobody's covering third base. Shoup had to come up to try and protect the bunt, and that allows the runner to move up 90 feet. Heads up base running there by Titus Bisbee as we're having some high-level movement happening out now on this chessboard. It's 1-1 here for Peyton Roberts. Roberts again shows bunt. Infield in for the Bees. That pitch across for a strike. Good pitch there as it's 1-2. So you saw the Division I shortstop make a great play. Bisbee ranges over, heads up base running there. Shoup got kind of caught out on an island at third base. Here comes a big 1-2 pitch as now Roberts going to swing away. This one dusts him off the plate. 2-2. Important game here in District 7 AAA. Stone trying to become the first team to beat Upperman in district play since April 7th, 2022. Here comes the 2-2 home. That one swung on and missed. A big-time pitch by Chris Wersing, and now he's an out away from putting a 0 on the scoreboard when Stone had runners on, 2 of them on with nobody out.
And I mentioned it for Stone. This is a big opportunity, and you said it too, to try to get yourself back to the top of the lineup, at least for the next inning. But now for Stone, you're just trying to get that one run across. You already had the base running mistake being thrown out at third base. Now you're trying to bring him across to maybe make up for it a little bit.
Cade Wilson barreled up a double. This time he sends it into left field. Going to be a tough play coming up, and it drops in. Huddleston thought about it and instead let it bounce in front. It's an RBI single, and Stone is within a run again. Cade Wilson doing a good job with the bat in his hand. He gets aggressive and jumps on the first pitch he sees. Cole Hinch now strides in.
This has been a really good battle between these two sides. Stone Memorial has not been afraid of that battle. Led 6-1, gave up that lead, trailed 9-6, and now just kind of eking their way back into it, now down a run.
They're scraping runs across. First pitch, that's a great breaking ball. Dives across the zone for a strike, 0-1. Wersing up to 46 pitches here in relief, his third inning of relief work.
It's just that slow curve. It's so hard to get a read on it.
Hinch waiting, and now they have secured as there's that breaking ball again. That time it misses the zone, 1-1. They have secured the fact that Talon Hurd will get the bat. Nick Osmond will get the bat in the top of the 7th inning for the Panthers.
At least.
It's going to be the top of the order due up in the bottom half for the Bees. Runner takes off, pitch across, throw from Allison. Tag is there in time for the out. Rookie Allison catches him stealing. That laser attached to his right arm shown off again by the junior catcher. But Stone does get one run back, and it gets a little tighter here in Baxter. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 9-8. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Peyton Roberts back to work here for the Stone Memorial Panthers, and he's got one task: keep it right where it is. As Upperman's lead is now 9-8. Stone led 6-1. Upperman rallied with an 8 spot to go up 9-6. Stone has brought one across in each last half inning, but now it's 1-2-3 due up for the Bees, and they roared to life. It was a double for Juju Yano off the center field fence. Justin Fallon reached on an error, and Caden Shanks cleared the bases with a 3-run shot, and now they're all due up again in this half inning.
And we found a couple of really good battles between these two teams. Last night it was a 2-0 start for Stone Memorial in Crossville. A little bit colder out there. It's definitely chilly tonight, but not quite as cold as it was last night, and able to work their way through it. They lead 2-0 through the 3 innings of action, and then Upperman's offense started to find their stride a little bit. The big thing last night, 5 unearned runs across the plate for Upperman in the win, and for Stone, they've left a lot of those batters on base.
And now the question for Upperman in the top half of the 7th. Will they roll with Chris Wersing, or will they go from upper 70s to lower 90s with Justin Fallon out there in center field and try to slam the door with a closer? We'll have to wait and see. But first, Upperman looking for some insurance here as Julian Yano steps in once again. First pitch swinging here, chops it down the third baseline, foul. Yano so far 1 for 3. He has that double or run scored. He's flown out and he's struck out.
Well, and you look at the outfield right now. Right field is pretty much straight up. Left field is playing left center.
Yeah, there's a gigantic gap there. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's that breaking ball again. Taken for a ball, 1-1. This is the first appearance for Yano against Robertson. The slow velo has changed up the tempo for these Upperman hitters who are starting to tee off on Talon Hurd. Here comes the 1-1. Nice pitch, but it falls off the table, 2-1.
And probably a big reason why those outfielders are playing there on the left side of the outfield, because it is a lot slower. You can't really sit back on the baseball.
Only 43 likes on the stream right now. We could have a lot more than that. There's a lot more than that watching right now as that pitch is across for a strike. Need you to hit that like button, please and thank you. Yano awaits the 2-2 from Roberts. That one misses upstairs for a ball, and we've got a big full count here with Fallon up next and Caden Shanks in the hole. Juju Yano awaits. Roberts, wonder if he goes to that outside corner. Here comes the 3-2. He tried, and he didn't get it. That time he missed it. That's exactly where you should go in a 3-2 count tonight, but Juju Yano works the walk, and he reaches first to lead off the top of the 6th.
Yeah, now big opportunities here for the Bees, trying to keep on tacking on a couple of runs here, get that insurance run, especially in a one-run game, and you've got the top of the lineup coming up on the other side.
Justin Fallon, he ripped one over towards the third baseman who it ate him up, forced the error. He reached first and came around to score on the bomb by Shanks. He's in here with a runner at first, nobody out. First pitch called strike, 62 miles per hour on the gun, 0-1.
Yeah, it's an 18-mile-an-hour drop from Talon Hurd, who was throwing 80, which still, I mean, that's not up there in terms of when Upperman's playing.
Yano with a healthy lead over there at first. First baseman able to just get enough glove on it. Elmore keeps it in front. If it gets away, he's going to be running towards second and maybe third. At this gigantic foul territory, you got to be really accurate with those throws over.
Yeah, there's a lot of space between the dugout and the line.
We've seen runners come around to score on missed pickoff plays as this one is turned on by Justin Fallon. It is way back. Goodbye, baseball. Justin Fallon adds a couple of insurance runs, and Upperman at home, the power has come back.
That ball was absolutely crushed. And we've seen Caden Shanks put one over. We just saw Justin Fallon find his first. We've seen Yano put one out to center as Fallon stops on the plate, not to mention Nick Osmond's grand slam early on as well. It's a cold day in March, but it doesn't matter. These boys are still hitting the baseball.
Certainly not the smallest park they've played in this year, but the power has returned. Shanks with a bomb, Fallon with a bomb, and now Caden Shanks strides in looking for more as the lead is back up to 3 for the Bees.
First home runs of the season for anybody on the Bees, and they've come with 2 of them tonight.
That thing was mammoth crushed
Hammered
to the brand new scoreboard out in left field, and this pitch gets in and hits Caden Shanks, and all of a sudden Upperman threatening for more. Shanks, the second time he's been hit today, I don't think he loved that. He's going to head over to first. Chris Worsing going to step in.
66 miles an hour. I think he'll be okay.
He will be okay. The first one was 80. In his defense, that one felt a little worse. Chris Worsing steps in here. I think he didn't like the fact that he thought he was trying to dust him off the plate a little bit. Here comes Worsing, and he also hit 6 of their batters yesterday, so there could be some of that in the back of his mind as well. Worsing,
and he's throwing a lot harder.
Having himself a day on both sides again. That first pitch misses away for a ball, 1-0. So Justin Fallon with a 2-run home run, and it's the top of the order. We said they were due.
Well, and you mentioned it as well. It's decision time for Shanks, just depending on who he goes to in the top of the 7th.
There he goes. Shanks slipped just a little bit, but he does arrive into second with a domino stolen base for the Upperman Bees. They got a runner in scoring position. Still nobody out, and Chris Worsing has a 1-0 count.
But now with that home run, you get the couple of insurance runs.
1-1, my apologies.
And maybe Worsing comes back out there for the 7th.
Yeah, very good point. Here comes the 1-1 breaking ball. Imagine they want Justin Fallon maybe on Thursday against Friendship Christian. Alec Wilson there as well. Juju Yano.
Be fresh by then.
Exactly right. And then they've got a couple of matchups. Again, great teams. Friendship Christian on Thursday. Stewart's Creek on Friday. Really good 4A team.
Both at Friendship Christian.
Both at Friendship Christian as Robert steps off and looks the runner back. All of a sudden, Upperman's sitting on the slow velo, and they're starting to turn on some baseballs. Chris Worsing trying to do the same with a 2-1 count.
Well, they've moved up in the box, trying to get a little bit closer of a look at it.
Here comes the 2-1. There's that fastball. Worsing flares it out, foul, 2-2. Nobody's out here. Alec Wilson is in the on-deck circle. The home run pop has returned. Upperman trailed 6-1, and then just like that, they've exploded for 10 runs in the last 3 innings. That pitch behind Worsing does the opposite of getting out of the way. He had to stay where he was so it wouldn't hit him. DeKalb County has come back. They now lead White County 10-9 in the bottom of the 7th inning. DeKalb scored 3 runs in the top half of the 7th.
And the 6th.
Wow. Big comeback there for the Tigers. Here comes the 3-2 to Worsing. Breaking ball, and it hit him on the arm. So back-to-back batters hit, and a big inning starting to develop here for Upperman, as they already have 2 runs across on the home run. Now they've got 2 on for Alec Wilson, who's just an RBI machine. And Braden Green going to come out and run again for the pitcher, Chris Worsing.
Yeah, you mentioned him being an RBI machine, and it's not like he hits for a lot of power, and he can hit for power. He just finds places where the defense is, and he's able to poke it out there kind of between the infielders and the outfielders. He always puts a good poke onto the baseball. Remember, hit one early on in the game and was right to the left fielder. We'll see what he can do here with the runners on first and
Wilson
second.
was trying to get the call in from Coach Shanks, who wasn't looking at him, and now he has it. First pitch in as the runner takes off. Shanks looking to take third, and he will. It's a domino stolen base for Caden Shanks, and it's runners at the corners here. Braden Green stays where he is. Wonder if he may be taking off here soon.
He got a really good jump there, did Shanks.
Caden Shanks can take off.
Yeah.
Runners at the corners now. Nobody out. Upperman looking for more insurance. It's 11-8. Roberts just trying to find the zone now. He's now up to 40 pitches. It's 2-0. And the thing is, with this velocity, is we're going to have a trip to the mound here for Stone Memorial. Coach Stokes going to come out. And we may have a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen. Looks like we will. New pitcher for the Panthers. When we come back, potentially, yes, we will. Don't go anywhere.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. It's time for a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Stone Memorial Panthers. Number 13, Will Goodwin. His first appearance of the year, the lefty. He's trying to solve an Upperman lineup that has all of a sudden started to hit the covering off the baseball. Alec Wilson, he's got a 2-0 count. And Goodwin checking in, he's going to be in the low 60s to the mid 50s. So we are going backwards in velocity for the Panthers through the bullpen. First pitch in, this 2-0 count. That one It's going to allow Braden Green to take off. It's a called strike on a 65-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a domino stolen base for Braden Green, who's courtesy running for Chris Worsing. Runners at second and third for the Bees with nobody out. 2-1 pitch coming here from Goodwin. That one. He's throwing strikes. A 67-mile-per-hour fastball. 2-2.
Yeah, warming up. He went from about 65, 67 down to 58 with a breaking ball. We'll see if we see it here with the 2-2 count.
Runners at second and third. Wilson awaits with 2 straight strikes thrown by Goodwin. Here out of the pen. That one misses away, and we run full at 3-2. Alec Wilson at the plate, rookie Allison on deck, and you're starting to see again what we talked about the last 3 years for Upperman. There's just no holes in this lineup. Up and down. You have no reprieve even if you get through this one. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. That one swung on, chopped over. It's going to score a run. Second baseman makes the smart play over to first. Alec Wilson adds an RBI throw behind the runner Green, but he's back on the bag. So give that one an RBI on the ground out to Alec Wilson. And it'll bring in rookie Allison with 1 out.
Yeah, really good job by Alec Wilson, realizing he's got the runners on second and third, poking to the right side of the infield. You're going to score at least one, able to do that. And now still a chance for the Bees here with 1 gone in the inning and a runner on 90 feet away.
That's a big insurance run for Upperman, as now they've added on, and a grand slam can't beat you. And we say that because we've already seen a grand slam in this game. Nick Osmond, he's going to bat in the top half of the 7th.
I guarantee he won't hit a grand slam.
First pitch, he won't have an opportunity, well, at least not early.
At least, yeah.
This
at least
one's
not his
flared
first
out in the
at-bat.
left field, laying out, and it pops out of the glove of the left fielder. Green's going to score. Allison going to take off towards second. He will slide in safely. We'll see how that one scored. That's going to be an E9, I believe, out there. It will be the 4th error of the game for Stone Memorial. Rookie Allison, though, does the job, puts it in the field, and now all of a sudden the Bees' lead has ballooned back up. It's a 13-8 advantage.
Yeah, no, really good job. I mentioned it. They're looking for those couple of insurance runs. They got that on the Justin Fallon home run, and now they're just keep on tacking on. And now it's that middle to lower part of the lineup that got it going a couple of innings ago.
The nature of the beast as Carson Shoup stands in. He's having a great game. He reached on an error. He has an RBI single and has flown out. First pitch misses for a ball. Feels like Stone's played pretty well the last 2 games. And they lost by 4 yesterday, and they're down by 5 right now against this Upperman team.
The errors have been a big hurt.
It also doesn't feel like Upperman's played their best game. As the pitch comes in, that one misses away. Big lead out there. And that's Collier Bush bouncing around out there on the base paths for the catcher, rookie Allison. We talk about that margin for error against these elite teams. It's so small, the 2-0. And that's something Upperman found out, right? They walked too many people against West Trinity. Different level of baseball down there in Georgia, and they got shelled a little bit. You just see that, and we see it again here the last couple of years in District 7 AAA play.
Yeah, that kind of shows the levels of baseball.
Here comes the 3-0. That one's across for a strike. Nice pitch thrown in by Goodwin as he tries to settle in. He has recorded 1 out. He's got Shoup at the plate, Carson Holroyd on deck.
And a team in Upperman who's been to the state title game, won it in the last couple of years. You go down to Georgia and get beaten 5 innings, not even 5 innings.
And that was an all-star team as the 3-1. That one swung on and missed for a strike. We run full 3-2. That's an all-star team of all-star teams.
Yeah.
Down there in that first one. Then they faced a really good team, a little bit more balanced, 5-0 in the second game. 3-2 payoff pitch coming. That one swung on by Shoup, fouled up and out of play on top of the visitor dugout. We'll do it again, and you cannot say that Wes Shanks does not say come get some. He will schedule anybody to come and play.
Well, you're going to be heading down with them down to Alabama in a few weeks.
Hoover there, yeah, that's coming up actually at the end of next week. Be in Hoover, Alabama for Bees baseball. 3-2 payoff pitch coming home again to Shoup. He turns on this one into left field. That is hard hit for Carson Shoup, giving chase back, and it's down into the fence. Run will come across to score. An RBI, South Willow Auto Clinic double for Carson Shoup, and the onslaught is on for the Bees. It's 14-8.
Yeah, a really good piece of hitting there by Shoup. Works a full count, gets something over the middle inside of the plate, able to put a charge into it, hits the bottom side of the fence right on that 345 mark. So if he's able to hit it just a few feet further, he's able to get it across.
That one almost looked like it was going to get out of here as Carson Holroyd steps in. He's walked, had an RBI single, and he's struck out so far. He's scored a run to go along with it, stands in here. And if you like offense, this has been your ball game. Goodwin, now he's really got a battle because looming if Holroyd finds a way to get on, or even behind him if Evan Huddleston, who's ripping the baseball right now, gets on, you got to deal with Juju Yano and company again, and then you're talking about a different situation in a 6-run ball game.
Well, I was going to say, for the Bees, you can either put 4 runs on the board and end this game, or just go to the top of the 7th and have a chance to end the game.
14-8, pitch coming home from Goodwin, and you're seeing now, though, with the differences with Upperman and everybody else in this district, when Upperman's getting to pitcher 4, 5, 6, they're throwing 85, even up into the 90s sometime, able to mix up the pitches. That depth of pitching is very different as that pitch. Osmond had to slide into the left batter's box, and it's called a strike, 2-1. Goodwin trying to figure it out here. The 2-1. That's a good pitch, but it's a ball, 3-1. All things balance out.
Already had 3-1 on the board.
There you go. You're just seeing the future. Holroyd now
like
in a hitter's count. Huddleston on deck, Yano in the hole. Here comes the 3-1 home. That one misses, ball 4, and Carson Holroyd's doing a really nice job at the plate today in that 8th spot. Working counts. Evan Huddleston, he's 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And he's going to stand in here. We've got another trip to the mound coming here, and it may be time for another pitching change. Perhaps, if not, just a meeting. And if you're Stone, you're thinking, man, you're hitting the ball well enough that you can put a scare into some people, but you can't allow these runs to keep coming across. Upperman has 2 on with only 1 out, and Juju Yano is on deck. That top of the order is coming for the Bees.
Well, we've seen for the last 2 nights now that they've got a really good ace and a really good ace number 2 in Nick Osmond and Talon Hurd. But then once you get past that, they don't have a lot, especially velocity-wise, and a lot of guys that can hit the strike zone. And it looks like a change is going to be made on the mounds.
We are going to have another Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen as Stone tries to stop the bleeding. Back with more here in the bottom of the 6th inning in Baxter. The Bees have already brought 5 across in the frame.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Another Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Stone Memorial Panthers. Bryce Elmore, he was at first base for a while. Now he's on the mound, and he's trying to stop the bleeding. But again, for Stone Memorial, they're just trying to find somebody who can get some outs right now, Jacob Vincent. 5 runs across for the Bees already, and you're just seeing the pressure. Felt for a minute like Stone was going to win this game, and it was just a minute. Upperman, again, showing the experience that they've got in that dugout. They're now up by 6, and quite frankly, feels like we're closer to an Upperman run rule than a Stone Memorial victory.
Yeah, it was 6-1, and then the onslaught of an inning back in the 4th. They're able to put up 8 runs and take a 9-6 lead. Stone, to credit to them, they were able to battle back, got it within a run again at 9-8. but then a huge inning here, 5 more runs in the inning, and what was a really good game heading to this inning, and now Huddleston at the plate with a couple runners on and 1 out.
They're threatening for a lot more. Elmore has to deal with 2 runners on, 1 out. Evan Huddleston having himself a day back at the plate. First pitch swinging. Flares this one up. Second baseman backpedaling forward. He can't make the catch. Could be a throw in, and it will be as the runner's just going back home. That's a mistake out there on the base path, so it's going to be an out over there at second base. And now the second baseman is a little bit shaken up down there after taking an awkward fall, and so coach will head out to him. So the runner who was at first just kind of fell asleep out there. Probably was going to get thrown out anyway. Second baseman took a hard fall down. See if did they rule that one an infield fly rule? They should have, so they did. So instead, scratch that. Runner advances over on the tag. My apologies. Good job by Holroyd at first. It's going to be the infield fly rule, so the runner's out. Ends up being the same situation. Runners at the corners with nobody out. And again, the infield fly rule, it's not a matter of if the ball is in the infield. It's if an infielder is going to get to it. And so that time the infielder did get to it, went off his glove, and thankfully he's okay, going to stay out there. Holroyd stays home, as does the runner at second. The tag up to third is Carson Shoup. So he advances over to third. Holroyd in the right place. Huddleston is out. And now it's Juju Yano trying to add on with runners at the corners with 1 out.
2 outs.
2 outs. It's early in the season.
It's not early today.
It's early in the season. Runners at the corners. Great base running by Carson Holroyd over there at first. To stay home. It was first pitch swinging for Huddleston. First pitch swinging here, and Juju Yano rips this one into the gap. 1 run will score with ease. Holroyd may think about it. Yano ate it, rounding first base. Holroyd will hold up at third. Would have been a double for Juju Yano, but he slipped on the bag, and Coach Riedel goes down on the knees. I think he's laughing at Juju over there at first. But it is an RBI single for Juju Yano. And once again, the Bees have batted around in this inning.
Well, he already hit it one.
Justin Fallon in this inning cranked one over the left field fence. If he does it again here, we're going home. First pitch in. Misses in from Elmore for a ball. And if you're Elmore, even beyond that, Fallon's already hit one. And Caden Shanks has already hit one, and he's on deck. These two are vicious, 1-2. No matter where they are in the lineup, whether they're second and third, quickly take. What a jump for Yano. It's an easy domino stolen base. He was halfway to the bag before Elmore started his move.
Able to make up for it falling around first there, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to have to do some running out there. That was not the most graceful thing in the world for the junior. Fallon, he was thinking he wanted to walk this thing off, fouls it off 2-1. He was trying to put that one at the Love's travel stop. Or at our friends.
Maybe a foul ball.
Maybe a Baxter Pharmacy.
There you go. There you go.
The 2-1 coming to Fallon. Elmore in the other batter's box for a strike, 2-2. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. You thought that was going to be a ball?
That was a little too early.
I don't know why you thought that was going to be a ball.
I don't know either. That was in the middle of the batter's box.
The other batter's box is a strike. 2-2. Pitch coming home. Fallon swings at this one, and we'll do it again.
And that's where it was called a strike on the last pitch, so you have to swing at there, and that's all you can do with it.
Correct. There's a reason the strike zone exists.
Is there?
Believe it or not.
On this one.
Hey, it's equal opportunity.
It's true.
Could have told you pregame that was going to be a strike. I have higher standards than you, apparently. Here comes the 2-2 from Elmore. Fallon, he offered it that one. It's in the dirt. They'll have to make the throw over. The catcher does so in time. No problem for Osmond, but the damage is done. Upperman with another huge inning. 6 across in the frame, and Stone needs an explosion. We head to the top of the 7th. It's 15-8. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen, and Jimmy Fallon just jinxed him by playing Mets music in here. But rookie Allison goes to the mound here, the sidearm righty trying to slam the door here. Upperman's lead is 15-8. It was 6-1 Stone Memorial. It is now certainly not that, Jacob Vinson.
No, it's 15-8 now. They got it back to a run as well. It was 9-8 actually, and then 6 unanswered there in the inning. And we talked about it for this Upperman team. They've got pitchers all over the place, and we'll see rookie Allison coming in here to try to close this game out in the 7th. But also outside of that, it's so tough when you've got players, you've got 2 really good pitchers, and then it's a struggle outside of the 2 really good pitchers, and we've seen that from Stone Memorial. They're doing their best. They tried to stay in the game as Peyton Roberts came in and gave a pretty good go of it, but now for Upperman, they're going to try to get the win. You're up 15-8 already. You just need a couple of outs.
Changes in the field for Upperman. Behind the dish goes Carson Shoup. Chris Worsing goes off the mound. He's now at third base. Holroyd stays in right field. Evan Huddleston in left. Fallon in center. And now we're back to work here with rookie Allison on the mound here against 8-9-1 of the Stone Memorial lineup. It's going to be Cole Hinch, the designated hitter. He's been around the base paths today. Has an RBI single. He's walked, scored a couple of runs. He also has a sacrifice bunt mixed in there. First pitch swinging here. That one is a strike 0-1.
74 on the gun.
Back to on Thursday with Upperman baseball at Friendship Christian, against Friendship Christian. It's a big tournament there in Wilson County, tournament play day style. We'll be back there on Friday as well, as this one's chopped foul in the third base line. It's a 4 o'clock first pitch, and then we'll do it again on Friday at 4 o'clock when the Bees take on Stewart's Creek. Again, that game also at Friendship Christian. I'm very excited to go to Friendship Christian. Nice chairback seats.
Gorgeous stadium.
Best place to call a game outside.
Oh, yeah.
And a 4 o'clock start, so it won't be too cold yet. There's the 0-2 pitch comes home, and that is filthy. Swung on, but it gets away from Shoup. Now we're going to have a play at first. Shoup loads up. It's a great throw to Wilson for the punch out. Secures the strikeout for rookie Allison, and early work for Shoup behind the dish. He makes the play, and Stone's down to their final 2 outs.
How about Carson Shoup this season as well, especially in the last few ball games? Yeah, third base, now behind the dish, and a really good play that time. It was, again, that deep backstop plays into a factor, but makes a dot of a throw for the first out.
Yeah, and Carson Shoup, he's a really big weapon for this team. You've seen the bat that he has as the pitch coming here from rookie Allison. There's a called strike on the inside corner to Kyle Hench. You know, when Bobby Ray Kilpatrick gets in here, Chris Worsing, he can play third base. You, of course, have that designated hitter spot that you can utilize. As the 0-1 is swung on and missed quickly, 0-2, rookie Allison dealing here. Worsing, he can play in the outfield as well. Bobby Ray Kilpatrick can play third. He can play in the outfield. Carson Holroyd can play in the outfield. Coach Shanks is going to be able to look at pitching matchups, I think, as that one is in that other batter's box. Been called a strike tonight, but not that time. 1-2.
Not when you're a sidearm.
Maybe that's it. Here comes the 1-2 pitch home from rookie Allison. This one swung on, chopped. Now they're going to have work for Worsing, and it eats him up a little bit. And it's going to be a fair ball. Worsing was saying foul, but it hit the bag. I think it did as well. Yeah. So we'll see how that one's scored. Going to be a single in there for Kyle Hench, and he does the job, trying to extend this inning. It'll bring up Talon Hurd, leadoff hitter. He struck out looking his first appearance. Since then, a single, run scored, and an RBI.
No, and you mentioned all the hitters that this Upperman team has. Might be the deepest team hitting-wise that they've had the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, and they're going to start, once they get it woken up a little bit, which we've seen that tonight with Shanks and Fallon starting to rip home runs. First pitch in from Allison is a called strike 0-1. But there's going to be options for them out there in the field. Tonight, they started out with probably their strongest defensive lineup, minus Bobby Ray Kilpatrick. Here comes the 0-1. This one barreled up right at Juju Yano. He catches for 1, and he's going to tag the runner instead of the flip over. So that'll be the fielder's choice. And the shortstop hadn't made his way over. Caden Shanks wasn't there, so Yano just goes up.
He was making his way there.
It looked like he was making his way there. He decided to tag him out instead for the fielder's choice. We've seen that 4-6-3 double play to end the game a lot of times over the past few years, but now Nick Osmond stands in. He has a grand slam on the day. He's looking to make something happen here to extend this ball game with a runner at first and 2 outs. Throw over to first, not in time. Diving back in is Hench.
Had him lean in a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a healthy lead over there. You don't want to be that third out to end the game.
Hinch or Hurd?
And you're right, it's going to be Hurd. My apologies. Of course, Hurd reached on the fielder's choice. Hinch got called out at second. It's Hurd. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0 here to Nick Osman. They intentionally walked him the last time, no reason for it now with this lead. Osman rips this one, and he shows why they intentionally walked him. That gets through into left field, and it'll be runners at first and second here with 2 outs for Bryce Elmore. He's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts so far.
So looking for a big AB here.
Nick Osman, walk, single, grand slam, walk, single. He's a really good baseball player.
It's a pretty good game. Came into the game yesterday batting .632.
And it's gone up.
It's going to rise.
First pitch swinging here for Elmore. That one's fouled back, 0-1. Rookie Allison looking to slam the door and secure the sweep of the season series here over Stone Memorial. Stone competitive, but Upperman leaning on him just a little bit. Here comes the 0-1. That one's a called strike, 0-2. The Panthers down to their final strike tonight.
Yeah, trying to move to 2-0.
Wow, White County, they win 11-10. What a finish. This one's chopped over. Worsing gives chase, fields it cleanly. Throw over to first, not in time. And the bases are loaded. Now a throw behind the runner at third is going to allow a runner to come across here for the Panthers. A mistake allows the Panthers to get back within 6. Everybody advances over. So rule that one an error in the field. Osman moves over to third. Hurd came across to score. And Elmore, after the infield single, gets to second. So it'll bring up Cameron Melton. He's had a couple of hard hits in this game. He has a single and a double to go along with being hit by a pitch and a fly out. And Stone, again, they've been competitive. They've brought one across in each of the last 3 innings. First pitch swinging here against Allison is a strike, 0-1. They're within 6 now at 15-9. High-scoring game tonight in Baxter. Season opener in this building. This one swung on and sent foul, and again, 0-2. Allison. Long look in. Now comes home with the 0-2 to Melton. This one swung on, chopped foul, and Melton stays alive in the AB. Stone battling in both these games. They have 15 hits tonight. You tell me they had 15 hits coming in, I would have said the Panthers win the game.
Left so many guys on base.
Here comes the 0-2 breaking ball. Got it and hit him. Bases loaded here. They're threatening. Here's Titus Bisbee. Could really change it up a little bit, put some pressure on. Melton, he has a knack for getting hit by pitches out there.
Oh, big target. He does a good job of staying in there.
You know, you mentioned you have to lean out of the. There's an art to turning like you're leaning or like you're trying to avoid it, and all of a sudden your entire body is over the inside part of the plate.
He's got that art.
He does have that art
He's
down
got that
pat.
art for him.
First pitch into Bisbee. That's across for a strike, 0-1.
The big thing for Rookie Allison right now, he's gotten ahead in all of these counts, like 0-2, and just hadn't been able to get out of the game.
Bases loaded here with 2 outs for the Panthers. Last time they had the bases loaded. 0-2. Called strike. Here comes the 0-2 from Allison. This one swung on, sent down the first base line, foul, and we'll do it again. Everybody will go back to their bag.
So 0-2 again. And it's been on these 0-2 pitches. He's either hit him or it's been a dribbler like that, a ground ball, trying to get out of the game.
Osman's the only one who's really barreled anything up. Sent it over into left field. Credit Stone. They are battling here in this one. Comes the 0-2. That one misses inside. Big bounce off the backstop, though. The throw from Shoop goes off the glove of Allison. 1 run comes across to score. 2 runs come across to score. And the Panthers are within 4 now. More mistakes for the Bees defensively. Another error up on the board. It allows runners to come across. Osman's scored. Elmore scores. Melton advances over to third.
Still up by 4. And again, you just need 1 strike. That's all you need, and you're still going to walk out of here with a win.
This one sent over towards Juju Yano. Will this be it? He throws to first in time, and that's your ball game. Final score tonight, 26 combined runs. Upperman 15, Stone Memorial 11. The Bees sweep the season series over their district foes. We welcome you into the South Willow Auto Clinic post-game show. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. A back-and-forth game. Jacob Vincent, Chris Worsing going to be your winning pitcher for the Bees. Stone Memorial, they had it working offensively tonight. 15 hits. They capitalized on 4 Upperman errors, but in the end, the Bees just too much with a couple of humongous innings.
Yeah, it was the offense that was able to get the job done. 11 hits, 14 runs driven in. They drew 3 walks and only struck out 3 times. They were dominating the Stone Memorial pitchers. And on the other side for Stone Memorial, 15 hits on the day. They scored 11 runs, but it was only 8 runs driven in for them. So there's kind of your difference right there, is bringing those runs across. And the errors were a big factor for Stone Memorial as well. As you look at the unearned runs on the other side for Upperman, 15 runs, only 11 of them were earned runs. So 4 unearned runs come across. 4-run win for the Upperman Bees.
The Bees get it done as they improve their record to 4-2 on the campaign. Stone Memorial falls to 2-5. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Jacob, you've got a bunch of options tonight. Who are you going with?
I think I'm going to go Caden Shanks. Just 1 for 2, hit a couple of times, but obviously he brings home 3 runs with a swing of his bat. He also scored a couple of runs, and a good game for him to get back on track. You mentioned it before this one got started. Came into this game just batting 143, but he had been scoring the runs. Well, he scores a couple more runs. He brings in 3 more runs, so now up to 5 runs driven in on the season. His first home run as well, and a good defensive game for him after a really good performance yesterday. So back-to-back games that Caden Shanks is your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Caden Shanks, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game as the Bees get it done tonight. We hope you'll join us again on Thursday night back here live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. A big non-district matchup as the Bees travel to take on Friendship Christian with a 4 p.m. first pitch from Wilson County. I'll be there for all the action. Then again Friday as the Bees take on Stewart's Creek back at Friendship Christian once again at 4 p.m. We'll remind you to keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com and check out the 2023-24 All Upper Cumberland basketball teams and awards, both girls and boys, live on the website right now. Check out who was named to the first, second, and third team, along with Freshman of the Year, Coach of the Year, and defensive teams, along with Defensive Players of the Year. As we say so long tonight from Baxter. Once again, your final score, Upperman 15, Stone Memorial 11. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my right and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody.